ain't too late to run off to Mom now.
These matches are going to be even more ridiculous.
If you know anything about Street Fighter, you do not doubt the GOAT.
My man is always hitting go. You thought I was playing? Oh, you're hella dead. Help me out, Nadeshko.
Look how much it means to him. Wow!
Dan Hibiki, back after the ultimate improvement.
I'll show you.
Line it up. Power to the earth.
See what I'm really made.
The honor was mine. I'll settle this.
Let's begin.
Not over here. That's not over. Are you serious? My man is reading right now. My man is reading while I'm creating. Hold on. Into my rules at the end of you know.
All right, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sets here on Capcom Fighters on a Monday night, where we have to pit two, yes, not one, not three, two players that are extremely strong from their respective regions in the ring for a 1st to 10 exhibition, all about the bragging rights. But before that, we want to have a little chat with them, all things Street Fighter, how they're doing, how life's going for them, and then after this set, we got to elaborate more on their saltiness, because I love hearing that stuff after someone's lost. Because hey, we heard it with Chakate and Toei last week. Shout out to those guys for participating. But this time round, we got a slobber knocker. But I'm going to be your host once again for tonight, Jammerz. And alongside me, he said he's got a nice little message for me, so I'm going to have to look at my screen and look at him to find out where it is. But Veggey, talk to the peoples. How you feeling, babe?
What's up? What's up? I'm feeling very good. Thank you, Jammerz. You know who it is? You can see it on the fridge.
Right. What does it say?
Can you see it, actually? Yeah, it says favorite Brit.
Is that a B or an A? What does that say?
FAVBRIT on the fridge.
How long did it take you to put it together?
Actually,
And were you thinking of me the whole time?
No, you want to know why it took a long time? Because I couldn't find the F. It was hidden on the down right side with some other letters.
I wonder why.
So,
Who
so
took,
the F was gone.
who
so
took
it was
the F?
Av-Brit.
Did Falk take the F? Did no, someone else take it?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, character-wise, yeah, it must have been Falk, yeah, to write down her name.
Could be.
Fridge,
I don't know. You might be whipping up the next list. You already tried to take down Dalsim, you and Phenom. I don't know. Falk could next be on the list.
Oh, you think my list of demolishment is on the lower part of the fridge?
Look. All of you guys at home, look at his fridge. Look at the back with the letters, right? All of them, they're jumbled up. Those are all the characters him and Phenom are gone on. Look at the top. Those are the ones they're after next. I'm telling you. That must be it. It's just a theory. Could be conspiracy.
We did have a list, an assassination list, and I mean it's been going quite well with that list, to be honest, but it hasn't been on the fridge. It has not. So I can assure you that F was just hiding because Adam was playing with the letters, because they are his, not
God
mine.
Bless Adam.
I mean, I think I might play with them just as much as he does. So at least this past month, just writing that favorite bit. But yeah, I found it in the end, Jammerz. And that's what matters. That's what counts. It's their favorite Brit.
I can see it. As long as you keep it like there and your family doesn't change it, I'll be happy each and every week. But I'm also going to be happy about tonight's fight card. Richard, roll up the graphic. Let the people know what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. This is going to be your fight card for tonight. Apparently, he had an album. All eyes are not on him. His mind isn't made up. But I'll tell you what, he's found a way to play King of Fighters in Street Fighter 5. We've got Will2Pac using Lucia going up against one of the youngest prodigies in the business. He actually might have been the most improved player within these past 365 days. Heck, even more, we're going to have Mystic Smash, or should I say Shumagorath, coming up on the stream. This is going to be a very interesting fight card for tonight. Veggey, how are you feeling about this matchup tonight?
You know, Jammers, I'm really excited for this match because we get to see the Lucia, who was recently buffed, and you get to see my bro, Will, represent her. Will2Pac, you know, you all know where that nickname came from, at least if you knew him back in the days, where it was exceptionally similar. But I was always wondering, where did the Mystic Smash come from? Because he was just suddenly very active in the scene, but then earlier I realized he was only 19 years old. So I guess that's why you didn't get to see him that much if you weren't in the English scene, I guess, earlier. So that to me, he just suddenly appeared. And then I realized that you guys knew about him a lot more.
Yeah.
Since he was a Dawson player before. It's strange I didn't know who he was then, but yeah. So I'm very excited to see this set, and I hope we get to see their mains. And I don't really know what to expect in that matchup, but I guess you can tell me later, Jammerz.
It'll be interesting because I'll tell you what's definitely interesting about tonight is, first of all, sorry, we have another Lucia coming on. Because last week we had Chakotay. He went with Mika the most of the way, but he chose Lucia first. And now we're going to get the European side of the perspective on Lucia, because I know there's quite a number of people that are looking forward to watching 2Pac play, because he has a huge fan base. He did get partnered on Twitch recently. Shouts to 2Pac for getting that. He will be joining us in the call very shortly alongside Mystic Smash. And he did upload a very interesting matchup chart a little while ago. I don't know if he feels the same way about it. I know Lucia's undergone some changes for the better. They've been quality of life changes. Does that make her significantly stronger? I don't think so. But myself and Veggey, we are not Lucia specialists, so we have to get hands-on with the Lucia aficionado himself to find out that stuff there. And of course, obviously, I'm a Poison player, so me and Mystic can exclude both 2Pac and Veggey from the conversation. Just talk all about Poison and make sure
Jammers, do you think, like, you know, when we have low, we call them low tier heroes. We don't know the tier of Lucia, so let's not say that. But let's say different character heroes. You know, those that play the characters.
Unsung heroes.
Unsung heroes of characters that you might not have seen every day. Do you think they sometimes upplay their matchups to like create some hype or attention around their character, or do you think they always truly believe that their character is as good as some of the top tiers?
That's a very interesting question. I don't necessarily think they hype it up intentionally. Remember, tier list is skewed. It's from your own perspective, right? And if you're running rampant with a character people have a lack of knowledge on, or you might not be the best in your region, your perception is going to get warped, right? And again, some matchups I can wholeheartedly trust Will2Pac's opinion on, because he has grinded those matchups out. Others, I'm not so sure, because are you fighting the top level or even a relatively decent level of that character? That character might not be unknown. You can like study things in the lab, X, Y, and Z, but then we all know fighting game players appreciate the most is experience. Whether it's commentating, playing, it's like they appreciate talking from experience. And if you don't have that, then we probably won't value your opinion as much as we'd like to. So it's going to be interesting, but Veggey did bring up a fair point. You know, those low-tier heroes, unsung heroes. We did have one over the weekend with the CP2 in the Brazilian region. We definitely did. A character that was, he received buffs for the better, win a CPT in Ronaldinho Soccer. Richard, have you got the graphic? Can we roll up the CPT graphic there for the winner of the Brazilian CPT over the weekend? I got to say, this was probably one of the most interesting top 8s I have seen. And once again, shout outs to Ronaldinho BR for winning that. Make sure, if you don't know about the meme, you got to check it out. Please. Ronaldinho Soccer. I missed the holla. All right, listen. So that meme's crazy. But it was great to see. I think this is one of the few characters where after they received substantial changes, it literally came into play. Like a week or two later, it immediately came into play. So it was very interesting to see. And I want to give a special shout out to the Zangief player. I can't remember his name. Zangief. Bolado?
The Zangief was
I can't remember his name.
BKS Zangief Bolado.
That was his name. And I want to give a shout out to Yarleshe as well, because he won one of the qualifiers last year. And that top 3, I loved it. I mean, we were talking about this before, myself, Veggey, 2Pac, and Mystic. There were very interesting characters in the top 8 of the Brazilian region. And, you know,
for sure.
Look, a lot of us...
Kind of the whole top 32, really. A lot of, like, characters that... It was kind of like looking at a European or a European top 32, except for that we do have some actual top-tier players top-tier characters in Europe. They only had kind of like Rashid and the side of Dalsim and that other than that, we're kind of looking at more of the characters that people disregard a bit, I feel. So it's really interesting.
Well,
I really like that.
Well, look, we
can see
saw
such a difference.
Zangief lost his throw invincibility from frame 1 on EXSPD, so we all labeled him as dead. But you know, but
We've labeled him as dead.
We labeled him as dead, but Lana took him to 3rd place, and you know what? He almost made the grand finals. He almost.
Yeah.
made
Oh, and I
the
want to say
grand
something, Jammerz, because I saw
Please.
people mentioning like level of a region. So
Please.
can you count the Nash? Remember, Brazil. You might not know about all the Brazilian players, and I'm not saying you as in you, Jammerz, but you as in the people watching the tournaments. But we know from way back that the Brazilian scene is extremely strong.
Always.
Because remember when Choo Choo came, for instance, to Red Bull Comité in the Street Fighter 4 days, and we've seen them.
Was it
do-
Red Bull or
do
Capcom
things-
Cup 2014?
Yeah, both. I think both. But I remember that when he got invited to the Red Bull Committee, there was some like kind of like rude comments about the level, and then he came into the tournament and did really well against in several of his matches, really showing that his level was definitely just on par with everyone else. So I think, seeing as him, he's still in this tournament. So trying to commentate or disregard the win as a region that's not as strong is ridiculous. I think because Brazil has a long history of fighting game passion and really strong players that we know from before and from now. So I definitely do feel like this was very legit tournament.
I mean, look, every
very high
region
level.
is strong in their own right. It's just some that they get
Yeah.
more attention or naturally have more attention, more eyes on
Exactly,
over others,
yeah.
which I think is just that still there's probably a fair number of people worldwide who disregard the Brazilian region and shouldn't be doing it. And then again, the character reflection we had in that top 8 as well is like, wait, why is Nash winning? Why is Zangief 3rd? Why is Vega and Alex in the top 8? It's like the Rashid, Yalesh and Rashid should be mopping everyone. That's what you'd expect, right? But they have strong players that might not necessarily like the top tier characters. So it was great to see, again, Nash, newly buffed, win a CPT event. I mean, Yalesh reset the bracket.
It was awesome.
He reset the bracket in like literally record time, in world record
that
time.
was so quick. That was so, and then it's like he just turned. It's like he was kind of like letting me do it, not on purpose, but that that comfortability of having that set let you play a bit less on, and then it was just on. And was it 3-1 or 3-0?
I think it was 3-1. I think it's 3-1
Yeah,
in the reset.
yeah, it was 3-1 exactly. And that's like the third game had some insane clutch in that last round.
For sure.
The way it counted the wall jump, it's crazy, great game.
But
really clutch and great game.
Nevertheless, good stuff there from Ronaldinho. And if you can see on your screens right now, this is the upcoming schedule. I think if we can get the guys to scroll up, because I think they've missed a month. We haven't gone through June yet. This is that. There we go. So we had back-to-back CPTs all weekend in May, but now we've got another CPT happening this weekend with the Middle Eastern region, and then a week after that, it's going to be Western Europe. So I think these next 3 weeks, again, it's going to be an onslaught of nothing but CPT action, which is going to be great because it's going to be mixed in with another big thing that's going to be happening, which we'll be talking about shortly. And then there's going to be like a 2-3 week break before we visit China in July. So again, these events are coming thick and fast. And because we're online, people are transitioning over. Nearly most people that are completely serious about this game are completely transitioned over to PC. It's good that people are being active and properly playing the game. So, get signing up, entering these tournaments, and you know what to do. I mean, Veggey's been a huge advocate of PC gameplay, and he will continue to do so to make sure people can optimize their game to the fullest. So it's been absolutely fantastic there. But if you want to visit the Capcom Proto website for more information and figure out how your CPT, what will be happening, when it will be happening, please get down to that. But next region we'll be visiting is the Middle Eastern, so I can't wait to see that this weekend.
I'm excited for that.
But then, let's see if we can roll out this graphic one more time. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Intel World Open is actually starting this week. And I think the registration is actually going to be ending tonight or tomorrow. I can't actually remember the last date.
I believe.
But please, as far as I'm aware, on the website I've checked, everyone who's actually serious in their respective regions has signed up. I know US East and US West, they probably got the largest numbers right now. But if you haven't signed up to this event, if you're still contemplating signing up, go and sign up. Got nothing to really lose. Make sure you visit that website there. Give them all your proper details. Follow the rules. Please read the rulebook. I know there's some questionable things in there that some people asked about, but make sure you read the rulebook and make sure you get signed up. I can't wait to see this because it does start from tomorrow, and there's going to be open qualifiers going on for about 2 weeks straight. So it's going to be integrated with CPT action, but obviously there's going to be respective CPT regions going on out there. But it's going to be a lot of competitive, serious, sweaty Street Fighter games, Veggey. How you feeling about these upcoming weeks coming through?
I'm excited, especially because they really value the player, kind of the respect for the players in this time around, this tournament series, because they have multiple qualifiers for the regional finals in many areas.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
So you kind of you don't have this all or nothing chance that if you have a bad on the day form or if you have some internet issues with your opponent that one day, that's it. You get like Europe West, which is excluding France and UK, who have their own qualifiers to get into that Europe Big West final. Has, I think it's 4 qualifiers where top 2 in each qualifier goes to a regional closed qualifier. So it's you don't need to stress that, oh, it's just one, this is my shot, you know, Eminem songs, all of that. It's really just you can take your time, breathe, play with the knowledge that if you have this one bad experience, you might come back the next time. You have some regions have up to 4 qualifiers before the regional qualifier. So I think that's very great, and I'm excited to play in it. Because a big part is because of what I just mentioned, because it makes it less stressful and more enjoyable, I think.
Okay, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But guys, like
what
I
about
said,
you, Jammerz? Are you entering?
I'm not entering. I'm not entering. Purely because I actually have something else that's going to be happening. And I don't want
You would do well.
Oh, how would you know I do well and wouldn't go until the day?
Because you're an ultimate grandmaster, and
What
ultimate
does that
grandmasters
mean?
will do well. Yeah, you will do better than Will2Pac, because you're an ultimate grandmaster.
no.
You're the master of the grind.
no,
You have mastered the grind.
Listen, that's not true.
It is written
There
in your name.
is a difference of being very successful and being consistent with your win rate and collecting points. I know how to collect points because a lot of Europe owe me points over the last couple of months. So I know how to be a debt collecting agency. Being consistent with your wins is a different story. That's why I probably won't do good on the day. But unfortunately, I won't be signing up. So there's one less poison player for the people to worry about.
And I think they're happy about that because that's less.
That's less
stress for
headache.
them
That's
in the
less
turn,
headache.
because you know Poison is godlike, and we will get to that later.
We will,
She's
because
a
we
godlike
got
character,
Poison
yes.
Specialist in the chat. But I believe my stream team has said the guys are ready to join us in the call for a little chat. Will2Pac and Mystic Smash. Let's talk to them about some Street Fighter. Let's get these guys on the call. So, Mystic, 2Pac, can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, there's one. Have we got 2Pac? Is he disappeared? Is he
2Pac,
is he gone to
bonjour.
Is he going to walk his dog again?
Oui, bonjour.
Oh, there he is. Okay. I was like, is he
You
going to
need
walk his
to
dog
ask him
again?
in French.
Oh, you need to ask me French. I can't speak any
Okay,
other language. I'm terrible.
I'll keep doing the foreign language.
You have to speak French, guys.
Oui, ah oui. Ah oui.
That's brilliant.
Bonsoir.
Je m'appelle Veggey. Tutu comment m'appelle?
God's sake. Why'd you just say my name's Veggey? What's your name? What do
Yeah,
you
that's,
do?
I think that's what I said.
What do you do?
Your French accent is very good, Veggey.
Oh, merci beaucoup.
Okay, we know that part as well.
Je
But-
vous en prie.
Okay,
Oh.
is this a French lesson?
Très
We can
bien.
talk about Street Fighter. I don't know what these people are up to. But Will2Pac, Mystic, thank you very much for joining us tonight to jump on the show and have a little first to 10. So obviously in this little segment here, while Veggey continues to laugh, we just talk about everything Street Fighter and ask how you guys are getting on and how you feel about the game overall in general. So I'm going to start with Veggey because I know he was itching to ask a question. So, Veggey, please fire away. Because I've got questions for the both of them, but I know you were itching to ask, I think it was 2Pac, the question, right? Regarding Lucia?
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you a bit about Lucia. It's kind of two-parted, though, because I'd like to both know why you always seem to choose these characters with that KOF playstyle, because I feel like you did in Street Fighter 4 with Viper as well. And then after you can like explain your reasoning for that, I'd like to ask you what do you think about Lucia and her kind of like her strength buffs and if they really matter and like her state, the state of Lucia. But let's begin with Will2Pac. Why are you always kind of getting around to these KOF type of characters? Rashid as well, you played for a while, which has also not been known to have that kind of style.
I don't know why, but the only thing I know is when I choose my character, I have the feeling with oh, I'm gonna like this character. I don't know why, I don't know his play style, but just looking the picture, you know, when I saw Lucia is coming and I saw the draw, and I said to my friend Layo, oh, I'm gonna like this character, and he told me why. I don't know, but it's like when I played Laura or when I played Rashid, and I don't know. I didn't know if she was a grappler or a zoning character, etc. I just choose my character because of the picture. That's all. And if the gameplay is like KOF, I was lucky.
Fair play.
Because-
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Because seeing the difference in your characters, like Sea Viper, Laura, Rashid, and now Lucia, they're all very different. While other players seem to like gravitate to characters that play the same. So you just play. It's interesting to see because you are a successful tournament player. You have really a lot of success in your years as a competitive player, and
I
a
mean,
lot of
those
tournament
who
players
know,
do. Yeah.
they know. But I still
Yeah.
feel regarding that, because obviously there was a ton of a new influx of players that came to SF5. A lot of people didn't know that 2Pac does have a long-lasting history of fighting games.
Yeah. He's been playing for like
The fight against Chris.
Oh, that was a long time ago. I actually remember this. I do
Yes.
remember this match, and this was part of one of the reasons why I started following 2Pac and the French scene a little bit more. It's because I saw his Viper gameplay in SF4, so it's good. Obviously, Viper didn't make it into Street Fighter 5, or she could be
Yeah.
the fifth character. Who knows? I mean. Do
know.
you want Viper to return, or are you satisfied
yes.
with? Oh, you definitely wanted to return to Street Fighter.
Yeah. I will do everything for that.
Fair play, fair play.
Yes, I really love Viper gameplay in Street Fighter 4, and look at this character; it's so stylish.
Well, I
He's-
mean, it's going back to what Veggey was saying, right? Me and Veggey, and I think a lot of people, if they know your background, you're known for characters that don't sit still.
yeah, that's a good. That's
very,
a good way to put it.
very elusive, very mobile, like your KOF style. Because look, like I said, you somehow managed to make Rashid and Lucia play King of Fighters in Street Fighter when we didn't think it could have been possible. Rashid definitely leaned towards that fact. Lucia didn't think so. You know, you're ins, you're out, you catch people with the V skill kick, and then you come out, you use the fireball like as if it was in King of Fighters. So, is that something you always like to do or find the character? Do they have that kind of KOF style, or you're just like, well, I'll just go with the wind takes me? Because you did say you like characters off of aesthetics, right?
Yeah. I like the caster style, but like I play my first character in Street Fighter 5 was Laura,
Yes.
and Laura is not like a KOF character, but she has the mobility like a KOF character. So that's why I play her at the beginning, and because she's beautiful, and today Laura is my sub character with Rashid and
Lucia.
maybe Seth.
Oh, okay.
But
Seth too.
yeah,
That's
maybe
interesting.
Seth. But why Laura is not my main anymore, because I'm tired about guessing.
okay.
I'm really tired about that, and and now I want to
Yeah.
play, if I can say, safe character.
Something more consistent, less risky.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
No, do you know
Exactly.
what? I can understand it, because that's part of the reason why I stopped playing Mika or maining Mika. It was like, look, you jump into a match and it's like, right, are you gonna hold up or not? That's literally it. She does have consistent pressure, Laura does, but then after a while you will want to go for that command grab, and sometimes you don't even want to think about that, go for that risk. So I can see why you go Lucia. If they avoid your throw, nothing really happens. You get your damage, you move on, you just clip them on and then get a V-Trick activation in the match at some point, better than Laura does, or a better situation in some regard. So, I mean, that's interesting stuff. I mean, you know what? One more question before we move on to Mystic regarding 2Pac. Obviously, the Intel World Open is coming up. It's very, very close. How do you guys, mainly you, but I wanted to ask, like, how do you in the French community feel about that? But how does Will2Pac feel about the Intel World Open?
I am really happy the Intel going this week, because it was cancelled last year.
Yeah.
And we are pretty excited because we want more event, more tournament, and the last 2 years was really complicated for that. So me, I just want to play and do good result, and I think the whole French community think like that today, because like you say, Crimson won the Red Bull committee,
Shout out to
and
Crimson.
and somehow we are really excited to play now a lot, you know.
Riding the big win as a
Yeah,
team.
yeah. We want,
I bet they're
want to show the
all
world
ampled up. They're all
more
hyped up.
European action.
Yeah, because the French community has always been really like brotherhood. At least the last few years, right? You've been
Yes.
really tight with each other, supporting each other. At least that's what I've kind of felt when I see. It's really nice. This
Yeah,
feeling
yeah,
they
yeah.
give.
You
that's
both
great.
know how the French community are because you came in France a lot of time, and
Yeah.
you saw how we are so like almost a family.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Which is good.
It's,
That's what the
it's
FGC
a
is
really
all
good
about.
things to see, I think. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So let's move on to Mystic, and this is definitely what's up. My stream team has just said something. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's move on to Mystic because this is something that I think a lot of people would like to know about. Mystic, in the past, I'd say year and a month, year or two, you went from basically being unknown to now probably you are the strongest poison in the European region.
Whoa.
Now, what brought you back to Street Fighter, and what made you grind so hard to be probably one of the fiercest competitors within the European region?
Right, so I did actually play SF5 since it came out in February 2016.
Okay.
But I never really took the game too seriously because at the time I was still in full-time education, high school, college. I had to prioritize how much I played fighting games essentially. And it's a hard one because during lockdown I basically just decided, you know what, I did really enjoy playing Street Fighter 5 when I did play it quite often. And I didn't really have many other games to play at the time. So I decided, you know what, it's 2020, I can't go outside that much, I can't really do much of anything socially, so I'm going to pick up SF5 again. I've played the game quite a bit in 2019, like with my offline scene. So I never felt rusty per se, but I never took it too seriously. But I came back, decided, you know what, I really like the online community. I really enjoy interacting with my scene with Europe, because honestly, this scene in Europe is super, super friendly, and it's really brought me into it really, really well. So it sort of started from there. I've played fighting games for a very long time, so I got used to just picking it up again, get to work, let's see what I can do with the game.
Cool. And then obviously within that time, you got sponsored by obviously the same team that Shax is on, The Last Resort. How did that come around? Was it a recommendation? Were they just paying attention to you with your performances in the Salt Mine League? Because you did win the Salt Mine League. I think it was 2 weeks after the latest patch, or was it a week before? I can't remember which one it was specifically, but you have won a Salt Mine League. Congratulations regarding that. But yeah, talk to me about your Last Resort sponsor.
Yeah, so I got picked up at just the beginning of April, which I was very thankful for the opportunity. I do believe it was a recommendation from Shax and also Ritas, who was recently picked up from for TLR as well.
Okay.
I think he's the community manager now for TLR, so he recommended me because they wanted to branch out into more fighting games, because Shax at the time was their standalone Street Fighter player / fighting game player, and they wanted another rep essentially, and I was very happy to join because I've never had a sponsorship deal like anything like that before, because I never really thought it was the right time to, like I said, because of education. I knew for a fact I would not have been able to 100% put my all into like a sponsorship or being able to travel, like anything like that essentially. But you know, right now, since I am focusing a lot more on Street Fighter and like streaming and everything like that, it seemed like a really good time too, and the team is lovely. Got no complaints, like everything's really good for me right now, and it's a great sponsor to represent.
All right, cool. I've heard nothing but good things about TLR, so shout out to the crew at TLR for picking up Shax and Mystic. Do you feel any excess pressure? Because again, you are a young player. You are sponsored. You've been watching tournaments and the FGC for a while now, so you know there's excess baggage and there's excess pressure when you are sponsored. Has that kind of hindered your gameplay or your vision on the game at all, or has it just kind of made you like more motivational to play the game? Like, what is it?
Yeah, so my first, like actually the day that my sponsorship got announced to social media was actually the day of the Salt Mine season finals, and that by itself made me a little nervous because, you know, what if I get sponsored and I immediately go 0-2, which very nearly did happen. And I was thinking to myself, okay, on this day in particular, I really do want to perform very well. And I guess I did let the pressure get to me slightly because I got destroyed by Problem X, fair enough. And then I went 2-0 down against Bolt Strike, and I was messaging Sax saying, oh, I don't know if I can do it, man. What if I'm going to let people down?
Damn.
And like you just said, bro, you can't think this way. Like, yeah, you're sponsored now, but you still need to play your own game. And hearing him say that stuff to me really did help because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still playing Street Fighter 5. I'm still me. The sponsorship, it's a great opportunity, but it shouldn't change how I see the game because I always have fun anyways, essentially. So at first I was nervous. That's to answer the question. At first I was very nervous, but over time I realized that it's just about representing it well and also playing the game that I always have played.
Okay, fair. Because again, a sponsorship means something different, and I'm sure Veggey and Will2Pac can vouch for me when I say as well. A sponsorship means something different for everybody. Some people feel more pressured. Some people feel like, oh, okay, it's fine. You know, I've got more chips in the bank. I can like take more risks regarding what I can do in the game and whatnot. It's different for everyone. So hearing it from people like yourself, Shax, you know, even for Phil's when he was sponsored at one point as well, it's like, okay, does the game feel more nerve-wracking now? Do you understand that there's excess like risk involved in everything you do? It could be different for everybody. But then obviously, moving on to my next question is, because you have such a strong Poison, I've got to ask you, where does Poison sit in the game for Mystic Smash right now? What is Mystic Smash views on Poison?
So you mean like tier-wise?
Tier-wise, how do you feel she fits in the game in terms of her strength, weaknesses, you know, any personal gripes to the character? Talk to me. I want the people to hear this.
Yeah, so
Becky moved closer to his camera, so
Yes, I need to hear this. I mean, very interested, very excited.
Yeah, so
Take
I've
notes.
seen a lot of people nowadays put Poison around like top 5, top 3 range, which I'm not going to fully disagree with. I don't personally see Poison as a top 3 character. Top 5, I can see it, like it's palpable, but I think she has too many strong counters to be top 3. And by strong counters, I mean like, you know, Cammy, Balrog, Bison, Honda, like very popular characters that can really just run through Poison in a bracket. Like her matchup spread, I do think is really, really good. But those hard counters, I think, pretty much stop her from being top 3 because when I look at my personal top 5, she doesn't really beat any of them very hard. I think she beats Karen. I put Karen top 5. But
okay, all right. Let's interrupt you there. Let's interrupt you there. Who's Mystic Smash's top 5 in Street Fighter 5?
Okay, so it's Cammy, Rashid, Urian, Karen, and then maybe Poison or Zeku. Which I think is pretty fair.
Joint. We put
Not a bad list, but
Veggey. Who would you put as the 5th? Poison or Zeku?
I mean, I would put Karin out of the top 5 and then leave it because I think
Like that?
Yeah, like that. I think Karin also has trouble matchups in the way that Poison trouble matchups were described, and they're also kind of like common to see nowadays.
Okay.
So I definitely think that Karin struggles if she runs into a Menat or if she runs into a Poison. I know you both might disagree, but I do think.
Listen, after watching Idom and Phenom, I can understand. I'm just not on that level, so I can see why Phenom and Punk would say such things about Poison. I know what they say.
But I think both Karin and Poison have this kind of finicky. Is that good?
Finicky,
finicky matchup. So maybe both of them should just end up in top 10, and then we'll find another 5th. And please don't say Akuma, because we all know Akuma is not the best. He's just very good. We know this. We don't have to say it. We have 4 now from Mystic Smash. Let's try to fill the 5th within this show.
You know what? I can't exclude my boy Will2Pac. Will2Pac, do you agree on Mystic Smash's top 5? Have you got a completely different top 5 in Street Fighter 5?
Slightly agree, but I think the top 3 is Cammy, Rashid, and Urian.
Okay.
And after I'm gonna put Karin and Seth.
Oh. No, Veggey, some people have put Seth back in the top 5. I don't quite see it yet, but some people have said. Remember, I think he only got nerfed for 2 weeks. I only think he actually got nerfed for 2 weeks, and then he just went right back up the tier list. But some people have been putting him back in there. I don't know. Will2Pac, do you think people are sleeping on Seth still, even regarding the changes he's got?
Yes, I think, yes. Because the buff of the V-Trigger 2 and the buff of the V-Skill 1, you know, man, now when you did V-Skill 1 on block, you have meter, you have V-Trigger meter is up, and you can combo now. You are +3 on hit, so you can combo now. So you can reset too. So you can do a lot of things. And I think, I think Seth is better since the last patch.
Okay.
But I'd like to also add that Seth is better than the last patch, but he's also even though he's not as strong as he was probably last season, he's strong in
I agree.
He's strong in a different way, because if you were going to win with Seth in the last patch, you were doing a lot of axe kicks and then activating V-Trigger 1 and then
all you did was use one tool in the tool set.
But now you have to use V-Trigger 2, I feel, to have the full potential, because that buff is really good. It is actually really good. I think maybe a bit too good, we'll see. But that's a lot more work to learn for the players, so it's not going to be as easy and everyone is just like, here's my Seth, let's go. I'm going to kill your main from 5 years ago.
Before it was highly recommended everyone and their mothers pick up Seth. Now it's, again, you don't rely on axe kick, you actually got to use his grounded toolset and see what it's all about. But we can talk more about Seth once you guys have had this first to 10, because we do have to wrap up this first portion and get you guys ready for this exhibition. So much appreciated, gents, for having this little chat with us. I do have them in the lobby. What we do have to do before they play that first to 10 is we got to take a very, very short break. And when we come back, Mystic Smash will be going up against Will2Pac in a first to 10. So people, do not go anywhere. We'll be back with you shortly.
You shouldn't only admire my work, but also concentrate a little more on your lessons, Mana. What's the meaning of fate? You shall know. power's nature. You should try to learn to use your power a little better.
All right, ladies and germs, Dungeons and Dragons, welcome back to the first to 10 set show here on Capcom Fighters. Thank you very much for sticking with us. But now we're going to get on to the main event. We're going to let these guys go and play that first to 10. So if the boys can hear me, hit the ready button, pick your characters, and fire away. It's going to be a very interesting first to 10 here. Veggey wants to see the main sources, Poison versus Lucia, but he has stated, Will2Pac, he's got other characters in the locker. Mystic Smash has actually got other characters in the locker as well. He's got Dalsim, that's who he's known for playing previously before Poison. Poison did bring him a lot of success. And he has been working on a little bit of a Lucia himself. I have no idea what...
I saw that actually in some tournament thing. Now that you mention it, I do remember. Where was that? We saw that?
It was in. He tried it in a. He tried it in a Wanted exhibition, and I think he did try Lucia in a Salt Mine exhibition.
Yeah, I think I saw that because I don't watch it every time because of like obligations for other things at that period of time. But I definitely tuned in and saw that Lucy. No, I think it was maybe European Fighters. I think.
But look, it's gonna be 2Pac. He lives.
Let's go.
And he's gonna give us a new album soon, and is going up against Shumagorov. Ladies and gentlemen, how about that for a death battle on YouTube? 2Pac versus Shumagorov. I would definitely subscribe to that channel for that stuff. That'd be absolutely amazing. So, he has gone with Lucia, and he has gone with the Poison. And I'll tell you what, Mystic did not want him to pick the light stage.
Yes, and he did.
He didn't want him to pick the light stage, the light training stage.
I think that's because, you know, us older, me and Will were not that young. I mean, Will is known to be Will too old to Will too young sometimes, if you do follow him on Twitter. But the older we get, the harder it is to look at things, and the lighter it is, the easier it is, I think. So it's a great pick from Will2Pac to stay afloat. We'll see if Mystic Smash changes if he does lose, because you can change stage, right?
So
just as he could change the character.
These guys have gone back and forth. I know in like ranked matches here and there. I think in first threes, Mystic Smash has slightly gotten the better of Will2Pac, but I'd love to see how this goes in a first to 10 exhibition. Will2Pac has a very interesting strategy against the zoners. Very elusive, uses the firecracker projectile to get you frustrated, and then he'll get you to jump into projectile and get to follow up from there. And he actually exhibited that in that first round there while we were talking, breaking things down for you there. But we're going to see how Mystic Smash handles this over time, because I think Will2Pac's style in a long set against a certain number of characters in this game will be very annoying, and a very early EX Hurricane Spinner is going to get punished. And good block there from Mystic Smash.
How would you say, how would Poison get through the Fireball game when Will2Pac does put it out? Because quite a few characters can get through it, even though it's not like obvious.
I noticed he picked tactical weapon. He's picked the V-Trigger 2, not V-Trigger 1. I think he's going to swap to V-Trigger 1 later. But yeah, Poison can use EX Flip Kick for the projectile invincibility. You can trade using Crouch Fierce every so often, but you have to get your spacing on point. But I wouldn't go for a raw jump at times because you might fall into the line projectile.
Ooh, nice with the anti-air crouch medium. I think that was in the range that if Will2Pac did not commit, they could have punished on landing. So
yes.
Always interesting situation. I do hope we get to see that kind of evolve and not just die down to be crouch medium punch successfully all the time, as it is something that you need to look for, I feel, as Poison for the command anti-air.
Gets the slide activate. Now here's the thing using V-Trigger 2. I think he has been learning this and grinding a little bit more. My only issue with my biggest issue with V-Trigger 2 with Lucia is the
Nice
fact
check on the dash.
that, oh, he's dead. Yeah, first game down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful check on the dash, and that check on the dash led to the meaty counter combo, and that conversion took the first game. But yeah, as you were saying,
good stuff there from
with the
Mystic Smash
V-Trigger,
taking
yeah.
that first game. But yeah, my issue with Lucia's V-Trigger 2 is it limits your activation routes. Because you're going to be using V-Skill 1 into V-Trigger 2, which is +1 on block. Sweep into V-Trigger 2 is +3 on block. Because Lucy is one of the few characters where, regardless of what V-Trigger you pick, the frame rate on block is the same. But with V-Trigger 1, you get to do the EX run into the Cyclone Spin of the V-Skill kick, and that goes half screen. So, and that's a very big activation route. So when you're taking that away, you're kind of making matchups a little bit easier for your opponent.
yeah, I would say that's a good point. And you have mentioned before, I mean, you had like a textbook on Will2Pac's approach earlier when we were watching one of those WSOs, the Winner Stays On sessions, where you explained to me how people aren't catching on to his kind of like in and out stuff.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Yeah, so and that was largely successful due to that activation that you just spoke of. So it's really interesting to see if he's changing that up. Ooh, nice conversion though into EX Fireball. I haven't seen that much.
And remember, she got recently buffed as well. Got better Oki on a lot of her ending or combo enders, which is good. Which I think it's probably encouraged. That's probably encouraged the V-Trigger 2 pick from Will2Pac. Oh, he's dead. Oh.
He's dead already?
No, he could have done another combo that would have killed, but I don't think he's expecting it. I don't think any poison was expecting it. There, he's
nice.
dead. No. Yeah, he's dead.
So he's nice. He's looking to the air and thinking I'm too late. And as he was not too late, holding back, and Will2Pac just empty jumped and it kept him totally off guard for that round. That was really nice. OG tactics, I think, from Will2Pac.
But here's the thing: it's going to take a lot of effort to try and really open up Mystic Smash. He's got very good defensive choices. He doesn't tech as many other people do in the European region, and his challenges. Hey, listen, his challenges with the 3-frame are actually pretty good. They're actually pretty good. They pretty much got like an 85% success rate, like when he challenges. So that's pretty darn good. Okay, just fast forwarded there. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That happens in the online when you are spectating. It's just to be expected. Also, speaking of techs, I think Will2Pac is a guy that won't start teching unless you've thrown him. So if you keep shimmying, like
he walks backwards.
Yeah.
Will2Pac walks backwards.
Yeah, exactly. You need to check him low or something like that, or start throwing him if you want him to start taking. Because he's definitely going to be
the spacing trap. If he just pressed hard kick there, that wouldn't have worked. Trust me, there's an easy way to counter that punish on the fire spinner.
But is there something that Will2Pac could press to kind of counter the slow startup of the heavy kick, or is it a all button?
What that movie did there is -8. You press hard kick. If it doesn't punish, it's in ring.
Exactly. Okay.
So it will most likely crush counter Will2Pac.
If you press, so that's like knowledge. Just nice whip punish or buffer. It doesn't really matter because it leads to that great Oki. Not really ready for the V-shift. Definitely looked a bit for it since he did try to sweep it. So we'll see how that evolves.
Gets a bit low into the Hurricane Spinner and he goes and throws the Fireball, but he managed to evade it. Interesting. Lucky stuff there for Mystic.
That's not very common. Nice activation. It's not the he tried it, the shimmy. But as you said earlier, Mystic Smash not known for teching. So we see.
There's only a couple of characters that make him tech, but those characters are notorious for doing it. Alright, that should be dead. Spend another Molotov to the CA. And we're going to a 2-0 lead for Mystic Smash.
I feel like Will2Pac is doing well in at landing hits and how he's moving, but both of the last rounds have been kind of like underwhelming. Do you think we need to see a swap? Is there a matchup thing here, or will he be able to kind of like adapt into the situations, Jammerz? Will2Pac, I mean.
I think it's more so the latter. He'll be able to adapt into it, but one of my biggest concerns with Will2Pac's style is it's similar to Poison. It's like he's playing Poison in Lucia. You're hitting your opponent.
Poison, actually.
No, you're hitting your opponent, but nothing big's coming. Like nothing super big's coming. And then your opponent hits you like, wait, how have I lost 40%? And I've been like slowly chipping away. Death by 1,000 cuts, you know? So maybe he should be a little bit more aggressive, gets crush countered unfortunately. So don't take my advice.
Yeah, but more aggressive doesn't necessarily mean going kind of like unsafe route, but he's now ducked for stun. Just like that was a great, that's a counter confirm from Mystic Smash?
Yeah, you could have got more damage there, but like that's the safer thing to do, because if you block, it's going to be good pressure anyway. See, I think this V-Trigger is letting him down. Yeah, see? And you can't, I think this V-Trigger is letting him down.
You're very right. And it's not like the V-Trigger is giving him much. I think I saw a couple of hits earlier, but I'd like to see a switch, as you said, because we know Will2Pac Lucia from V-Trigger 1 and all the things he does with that. And the damage is ridiculous for comeback, so definitely something to think about for him. Nice, the empty low again.
Gets that grab as well.
Goes for double throw, and that's the second time Mystic Smash techs after being thrown, so that's something to put into the book for Will2Pac. Nice jump out, just great timing for it.
Can a hit confirm, gets that crouching fist, good check on the dash again. That's one of Mystic Smash's biggest strengths. That's one of his biggest strengths as a player. He's very good at checking dashes. That's going to be the stuff. Yeah, and he's dead. He's dead. Spend the whole thing and he's done.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's definitely just speeding it up for us so that we can catch up to the kill. And catches him starting with he's been catching him starting with activation from low, and I think that is due to the thing that we spoke about earlier, that Will2Pac does not like to tech, but he does like to walk back or backdash when he is being pressured. So Mystic Smash has been walking up, crouch medium kick in his face, and then just activating and taking big damage.
This is what I've been trying to encourage more Poison players to do, is pretty much whatever defensive habits your opponent has, you can Poison has the answer to be able to identify them pretty quickly. And then, if you identify them, she has the answer to it. So if they're pressing buttons, you can do the original frame trap. If they're sitting still, you can throw. If they're walking back, I can actually combo. I can link off my crouch immediate kick, so I'll catch you with the crouch immediate kick. It's all there, right? So you mix it up. And I saw someone mention earlier that the Mystic Smash's Poison is pretty aggressive. Well, Poison's got exceptionally good Oki. She's got amazing frame data. So when you do get that chance to knock your opponent down, why are you not going to take advantage of it? She's a zoner, but she's a very polarizing zoner, as is Dawson.
Yeah, so it is a nice thing to see someone going from Dawson to one of the other characters that are very similar to Dawson. Great zoning and also amazing rush down. It's like the only thing lacking really is a defensive option when you're being pressured.
There you
I
go.
think Poison does have a 3-frame to stop some of these things. But now, do we have a change on the V-Trigger?
It was a V-Trigger change. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sorry, that I understand he's learning it and wants to try out some new things in Lucia, but that is way too detrimental for him, especially in a matchup like this. You'll just make the matchup look extremely bad if you're going to pick V-Trigger 2 against Poison.
Yeah. And I do think that the strength of Lucia is that she has really great buttons. Not everyone really knows that, but when you can't kind of like use that strength as you can versus Zoner, nice. Like Poison, I think it becomes a bit more rough, but as I said, I'm not an expert in this match, so if you do believe he can come back, I believe you, Jammerz. Let's go.
All right, there you go. And he chases down the V-shift. That's another thing he needs in this matchup. With V-Trigger 2, he couldn't do that. When you're in V-Trigger 1, you get access to your EX moves, and then you get extra EX moves on top of that. So if your opponent does V-shift, he gets more damage and a better way to punish things in general. So he definitely needs that. That's a punishable slide.
Yeah, that's great. So ready for that block. Not everyone is, but that's very nice on Mystic Smash to go down and just punish on block.
Right, and if he jumps, he's dead! And as I said it,
Nice. Yeah, no chances taken. No chances taken. Go for the EX this time. Make sure there's no empty jump, no shenanigans. We just want to finish that and stop it. Let's go.
This is it. And again, you get to see more of Mystic Smash's skill as a player in these longer sets as well, because he actually has participated in quite a number of exhibitions, so people can see it. Like, he was definitely like grinding and putting his name out there when he got the chance to. And again, this is why he is the strongest Poison in Europe.
That was a great reversal, but then also a great check on them dash from Mystic Smash, knowing that that's not something that you can really do. Just stop them, make sure that they have to kind of put their buttons in there before they do that kind of unsafe approach.
I'm going to go for the side swap here. Upwards Molotov, better Oki or frame advantage here. What's he got? Goes for a delayed jab. Interesting. And he's still got that Molotov. If Will2Pac does anything, he's dead. And he hasn't got V-Trigger, and he's looking for it. Too desperate.
Punish, let's go!
Too desperate. Yeah, he's too desperate.
Yeah. He's kind of desperate on it, but I understand because you do get, you do feel kind of antsy maybe in those situations where you feel so outplayed because of because of how the characters interact. So I do think that it's understandable that he would go for something like that, Jammerz, because of the feeling that you get.
Here's the thing, me and Veggey spoke about this like months ago. If you haven't played Will2Pac before, his style will get you. Now, Mystic and Will2Pac have played like a number of times in tournament, online as well. So you get used to this elusive style, and you know at one point, Will2Pac going to hang himself with the run into Cyclone Spinning, which is like -7, -8 block. So that's going to be a free punish for Mystic Smash if he's waiting. If he jumps and he's ready, free anti-air. And then you're going to have to be tapping the whip in general in neutral anyway. So he really has to work his way and force his way in to make Mystic Smash feel uncomfortable. He hasn't really been successful with that so far.
And right now, we can see that Mystic Smash has adapted to that hero approach, unfortunately, with jump, empty jump, crouch, mini kick. He's been blocking it, being more ready. As I say that, though, Jammerz is just working out again, but I do think that's because of the recovery move that was being thrown out. Keep the frame tight from Will2Pac.
Alright, try to jump there. That was an optional jump. Didn't have to do it, but he felt like he's going to do it again as well. Really test Will2Pac's anti-air abilities.
This is really good, Jammerz. One throw, will he go for another one?
Oh, he's dead. I think he's dead. No, he didn't go for it. Yeah, he didn't go for it. Oh! Not dead yet. He can get meaty from this. Oh, he played it safe.
Let's go. You need this Will2Pac. You need to get this comeback. You need to have this round because you can't be down 5-0. Nice tech from Mystic Smash.
Alright, he should dash up Bone Kick. If he gets the chance, he should he tried it!
That was dash up Burn Kick, definitely. I bank on that too, Jammerz. Let's see if we can see. No,
he's got to do a Burn Kick. He's got to do a Burn Kick here. If he gets hit by Crouch Fierce, he's done, but he walks up and gets the grab! Your boy.
You know what?
Go for it.
I think Mystic Smash, just like us, was thinking, here comes the dash burn, the dash this, and notice that he's sitting there, he's just blocking, walk up for a throw. It's time to do the walk up throw and just face off. Will2Pac
Here's the thing with Will2Pac again. I don't like listing his faults, but it's because I've played him so much with this character as well, and I play Poison. It's a case of he walks backwards really well with Lucia. He doesn't walk forward enough. She's got an excellent walk speed. He's going to spend one Molotov. What Oki have we got here? Wake up. Oh, he's going to break. And he's looking for it. Looking desperate right now again. That's punishable. He might be dead. Oh, no. Too far. That was too far. Don't worry.
Activation that he needed. Nice back throw. Another one. Oh, nice. Trying to just trap him there.
Nah, he's not teching. He's not biting. He's not biting. You have to grab him 2 more times. You got to grab him 2 more times.
Again.
Grab him again.
One more. Oh, you should have done it.
Oh, he's dead.
Nice. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, no!
Did he press? Oh, no delays.
Oh, man.
Mystic, you wanted to be a thief there, and I think Will2Pac realized that you had nothing to lose. So I'm definitely baiting and waiting, and it did work out. 4-1, this is crucial. You know how it is being down a lot. And you know, after switching, it's just 1-1. So before switching, it was 3-0. But if we disregard those games, V-Trigger 1 Lucia is 1-1. So it's looking a lot better, Jammerz.
Look, look, I'd love to disregard those games, but it's a first to 10, and it's 4-1 right now. It was Will2Pac's choice. Again, maybe he's warming up. Maybe he's got some tech with the V-Trigger too. I just don't think he's going to work against Poison. I don't think it's going to work.
No, so I think he was right from the start, but he knows now. So if it ends up 10-7, he knows what he could change. So right now, and finally he's ready for that.
No, that's actually pretty tight to get actually, because if she wishes to throw in a couple of situations, I think you can just about get the sweep. And if you get that wrong, it's a huge punish for Poison.
No punish on that, Jammerz?
That was -6. It's awkward. If he spaces that well, that's a bit awkward. So.
Looking for the activation, and as I start that sentence, it comes. Listen, look at the damage and the position just after. Nice backdashes now. He should really take this and write it down and try to frame trap with delay trap next time.
Oh, look at that damage and the tornado spinner ender into the grab. Listen, I'm telling you, Will, listen to me. You need this V-Trigger. I'm not even kidding you. Like,
Yeah.
Will2Pac, a lot of his games turn around from the go-to scenario of EX Cyclone Spinner, run and activate.
Yeah, sorry for that, Jammerz, but that bait was just so sexy. I had to call it out because that was the first time
Chase
in
him
the
down.
set, I think.
Oh, he should have comboed that. I don't know why he didn't follow that with a combo. Poison can combo off that lovely tender and can hit. A bit disappointed there. That's an Oki here regardless.
Check that. She's something to look for. Maybe later. Nice. Almost hit the trap.
I think Mystic should try more frame traps against Will when he's in the corner. He's not teching, he's just pressing the late jab.
Yeah, definitely. And I do like how he's chasing down the back dash. He
Oh,
saw
you're
that earlier.
stunned! You're stunned!
Yeah,
You're
We're not
stunned!
done, but you're stunned. One more after the stun. So he's seeing that. He's backdashing now, and he punishes instantly. Good awareness. Couple of more hits. If it's a combo, it's done.
Oh, that's
He's not ready. Finally, actually fixed.
Oh,
situation though.
Oh, Will! Oh, Will2Pac!
No,
Ah.
Jammerz. I have to say that to you. That was not okay. But
What from Mystic? Anyone would have done that.
was
What, stand fist? You want to
What's
cancel
up?
and hold the heart
What's
rate?
up?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it was great. So still not seeing any attempt to check the +1 in prediction of something bigger.
He's really trying to catch Will2Pac with the late stand hard punch to catch the late tech. Will2Pac's not taking.
But he has made Mystic Smash tech and actually gets back throw and find a shimmy. Nice combination. See, these are the situations you spoke of. Look at the
Throw
damage when it
him.
first lands.
You just have to throw him twice. Throw him again.
Do it again. He's trying to just trap it.
Because he knows how much
Really
damage
reserved.
that V-Trigger 1 offers. Spacing trap, good,
Nice.
good button he pressed.
Yeah, and good also Will2Pac not to press anything, but there he gets tagged by a buffalo. That's that enough?
Dead. Yeah, that's
No
dead.
way.
Unscaled,
no way.
2
That
bars.
was so good.
She's got 975 health. If you're less than 1,000, most of the time around the, if your health's around the stun gauge, a 2-bar combo.
Are you sure that the damage nerfs are actually in the game and we're not just on the notes, Jammerz? Because right now, to me, it looks like those were just written down and
Okay,
forgotten to
listen.
implement it.
Here's what that whole combo he did. It actually
Yeah.
did get a damage reduction. That whole combo got affected by damage nerfs. It did.
What?
I can break down the combos that have been affected by the nerfs, and you can see it. Ooh, nice!
He traps him with the
delay.
run because he knows he will be looking for it at some point. Nice, Will2Pac getting that corner game going. Really respectful on defense. Finally finds a jab to check.
The thing is, it's like, I don't think there's too many issues with 2Pac's defensive game. I think he just runs himself into trouble. That's my problem with Will2Pac. He's just running himself into trouble.
And I do think he should, though, Jammerz, just when Mystic has the V-Trigger ready, he should be willing to take the throw more than walking out of it, because it has cost him actually a lot of rounds.
Yeah.
And I want to see him just be more committed to taking it. Nice anti-air.
All right, gonna activate here. Is he gonna chase it? No, he
Back
didn't
throw?
have to.
No. Ooh. That was interesting.
Careful the crouching medium kick. He's really trying to chase him down again. He's really been going for these hard reads on Mystic's defense, but it's probably something Will2Pac sees in Mystic's defense that I probably don't see. So
We have the in and out style, but he's really close to being chipped out, so we can't let him really build more chip damage on him. He needs to make the next hit count, but there he comes in. Probably forgot all about it, Jammerz, that she does have that move. It's been so long. And Mystic just throws it out on reaction, probably to the fireball.
oh, the jump forward fierce connects. He gets a full combo from that, takes into the corner, and that's going to be stunned once again. Built that meter for the CA, but he's not going to spend it yet. Goes for the reset. Trying to catch a sneaky, lovely tender as well. It's a back throw from Will2Pac.
Nice check. Not letting him do that all the time, which is good. So you can get out of more situations, as we spoke of earlier.
Yeah, he's struggling to hit him, and that's the thing. That takes off a chunk of your bar when you're trying to open your opponent up with the burn kick.
So if that's kind of your approach, you and Mystic is then ready to deal with it by blocking. You're kind of just throwing out your comeback potential, and there are so many options of openings to stop it. Doesn't really matter right now. Let's go with Will2Pac. 2 throws, 3 throws.
This is what he needed to do. He needs to implement a little bit more throws, but he's dead. Unfortunately, that's gonna be another game in the books.
How much more damage would that do, Jammerz?
No, that was looking at. That was 1 bar. That wasn't optimal, but it
didn't
did
need
the job.
Didn't need to be optimal.
Didn't need to.
Jammerz.
Didn't need to.
That was a kill.
Hey, what works, works. And again, that combo, was that combo affected? No, I don't think that combo was affected by the damage nerfs, because they affected a fair number of moves for good reason. And again, they did tone down the Molotov damage itself. So the burn damage hasn't changed. It's when the Molotov hits you, it gets less. Because before it used to do 60, now it does 40. So.
Yeah, so is that like the total reduction, 20 damage?
Yeah, it's just 20
because
damage.
the burn is really big, right? So, which is like the main part of it.
The thing is, it doesn't look as bad because Will2Pac using the character below 1,000 vitality, right? If you see a character like, you know, probably like your Birdie, your Honda, your Alex, you go, well, okay, before this would have killed you, but now it doesn't.
I think Mystic Smash has had really great dash checks, Jammerz, on Will2Pac, because Will2Pac hasn't been really getting away with a lot of like these just dash all the time. Well, these though he does get away with, but the dashes themselves, the raw ones, he's really good at checking.
Well, look, here's the thing. I said this before, right? One of Mystic Smash's greatest strengths is his dash checks. But then right now, we see Will2Pac in there, good check on the run to the break.
That one, and it's when it mattered the most, but nothing more. Let's go.
If he gets hit again, he's dead.
Yeah, well, next activation comes
again.
Nice dash check again. That's just as we spoke about, and that's it, right? Yeah.
Look at that.
Super, right? I feel like she could build 2 supers around.
and here's the thing as well, right? And I want people in the chat to remember this as well. Because of how we've been playing the game for the past year or so, dashing has been a huge part of the meta. So the fact that he's closed down one aspect of the meta in Street Fighter 5 right now is a very big deal, especially against a character like Lucian.
Nice jump, catches that charge whip, throw. One more? No. Still afraid of the delay press, which I understand, very understandable. Nice usage of the heavy kick to get out. Or the forward heavy kick, is it?
Stand hard.
Yeah, standing heavy kick.
Alright, gets another grab again. Stuns racking up here for Will, but he's going to be stubborn and wait for his V-trigger. Gets the activation. There it is. Alright, gets a knockdown off the V-skill. That happens when you're in V-trigger 1.
Let's go double. Let's go. No, he's still afraid. I understand it, but I think he needs to be even more disrespectful, which, I mean, it's not something you can just do as it is.
Now, if he gets hit again, he's dead.
We need it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So now he's in a way worse position for being hit like that.
Oh no, he's too far! I felt he could have run and did something there, Will2Pac, but he didn't. And he's going to have to do this. A lot of things in trepidation here. Not looking too good.
And anything to work for both sides. Really nice. I think Smash is a bit worried about kind of a random EF kick, so he can't walk in. Oh, nice. The conversion.
He didn't convert that. I thought he would have committed to the up kicks there. I don't know if that's converted.
Heat of the moment, maybe. Nice, and the bird damage, not too much.
He might run and break again.
Before the chip is there.
He might try and run and break. No, he done it. The moment I said that before, he threw it again. Hey, this guy's brilliant.
Do you think it might be because Mystic Smash is so committed to looking for the dashes that Will2Pac can actually get away with a lot more walk-up throws?
He doesn't walk forward with the character. I'm telling you, walk forward with the character.
As I said, yeah, exactly. Walk more, because he does have good walk speed, right? And it's always working out when he does. Nice. Still doesn't really... I don't know. Maybe you should just keep on throwing until he takes it. Then maybe mix it up. I don't know. Nice. Another throw. One more. Let's go.
Oh,
no, red.
No, his button didn't come out.
Nice. And the stun. You need this game, Will2Pac. One more after this, but that's not enough. Is it, Jammerz?
Nah, it's not. Nah, still alive. He thought he was going to build the bar in time. What was that? Did he actually try a reverse hurricane spin? It didn't come out.
No, I don't think so. I think he must have seen the hit for the light kick and then not realized it's hard to... I don't know anything right now, though. Dangerous slide.
If he gets hit by a fist, he's dead.
Yeah,
or even a medium, actually.
The walk. Yeah. It's really bad position to be, not ready to anti-air the jump.
If he gets chipped one more time, right, he's in range of any medium or fist, will kill him now.
Oh, but he gets the slide and then the walk-up throw again. I'm telling you, Jammerz, we need to see more of that walk-up throw because Mystic Smash, when he's not pressing buttons, he's looking hard to check those dashes. And as you said, Will2Pac moving backwards or dashing forward, not really walking that much forward. Let's see more walks, brave walks, we could say.
I don't know. It's like I feel not enough players want to take advantage of that situation where you and your opponent clearly identified something's being stopped as part of your gameplay or theirs, right? And then you don't want to go, let me just do the subtle walk and then let me throw you, see if you're ready to tech. Let me try and get that sneaky jump. Everyone's resorting to the sneaky dash, but as we said, to reiterate, Mystic Smash is looking out for the dashes. You got to walk up to the dude, man. You got to walk up to him. All right. Jumps out and puts himself in the corner there. Tries to do another fire spinner, but not looking too good. No anti-air there again. I think his anti-air game has been a bit iffy. I think he's a bit scared to anti-air poison, but I can understand that. That's, again, good reason.
Definitely.
And a hit confirm. He tried to get another one.
Yeah, no counter. He kind of needs to go for the crash main kick instead.
Dash plus one on block.
Activation. Let's go. Keeps it safe.
If he throws the fireballs, he should be all right. Oh!
The run into the dash for the throw. I really, you know, in those situations, you are definitely going to struggle to to stop it as Mystic Smash. As you just saw the run and thought, I'm too late, I need to block, and then the dash comes, and you'll probably have the same feeling again. I'm too late, I need to block.
I think like Will2Pac's tactics work when he's got the life lead in the round, or you've got less than 30%.
Yeah.
All right, they're looking really good. He spent 2 bars. Interesting. Can he get a back throw for the stun? Oh, he goes for it there just in case. But that was a place anyone would have taken the throw because their stun was high.
Yeah.
It's a side swap.
Definitely. It's a place where it's actually the same. The risk of taking and not taking is kind of the same. So you should definitely do it. Look at the damage, but he dropped something.
Punish. And he tried to get a throw.
I think we will see now in the next situation, Will2Pac might try to chase down that dash because he's really adept and aware at looking at how his opponent is dealing with his throw game.
Well, it's a thing of you got to pay attention to that situation off of the EX kicks activation in general, right? He V-shifted before, got punished. He's backdash, he's taken a throw. It's a very dangerous situation when she's right up close to you. But I guess Will thought because he didn't have any V-meter, he wasn't going to run away, but he did. So
yeah. Oh, nice rage entry. Is that range he might have empty jump? I'm not sure. I would like to see an attempted empty jump a bit further out just to see and make Mystic Smash look more to the air and focus more on the command end here, which does require more mental stack, as everyone calls it these days. Nice dash.
gets away with the dash. That's fine. Every so often you can get away, but he's not landing super big damage with it. He's just doing dash throws.
Yeah, but I feel like he's kind of found this area. Did he do anything? Oh, he did nothing again! He baited again? That was great. And you know, it's no longer optimal to stun necessarily with a throw if because of the added scaling, though I think maybe a throw might do more there since that was a medium. But might be something that Will2Pac did on purpose. Doesn't really matter. Takes the round for it. Nice. Ready for the super again.
Do you know what?
Will2Pac is...
I kind of agree with you with throws not being the most optimal way to stun people, but you're looking at it from a damage perspective. I still think it's pretty powerful to do so. And then obviously other people will look at they'll be looking for the throw because again you might be trying to chase down their V shift, or they just want to throw and wake up.
Yeah, I feel I was more kind of thinking in the situations where you have a punish to go for maybe a fierce or something.
Ah,
but
okay,
yeah,
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Going for the throw. Stun is a stun. It doesn't matter how you got it. If you got it, damage is coming, right? Unless you got it from 10 lights, but you won't do that. Sorry, Jammerz. Nice. Will2Pac is slowly coming back now. I think it's 3 is his swap weakness.
That's what he wanted, right? That's what he's trying to do. When Mystic has V-meter, he will go for the burn kick.
And he gets the anti-air fireball. You can't just jump like that. That's the strength from Lucia. Nice.
He went for that. He's dead. Oh, wait. If you're not dead, I gotta teach you the other combo. I gotta teach you the other combo. He did the wrong combo.
Is that it?
Yeah, no, that's the wrong combo.
No,
he got the rounds. That's fine. There's another combo that would have killed Lucia, though.
Yeah, you need to teach him that, Jammerz. This is your student, I think. One of your students.
Mate, if we have to sit here and tell you how many things this guy has learned from me.
Oh, nice. You see how many times that's working out for him? The delay shoulder on the command dash. I think Mystic Smash is kind of like pressing on full reaction. Nice.
Is he not dead? No. Spend the bar. Nah, he's not dead.
Yeah, I understand. Nice. Nice shimmy. Air shimmy.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's slowly but surely coming
back. I see
back.
you. Yeah, I see you.
But here's another thing as well. I think there's maybe a tad bit of frustration from Mystic Smash. He's done 2 wake-up supers, and he's let 1 or 2 dashes go away.
Those dashes have been in some kind of like scenario where Will2Pac has realized that Mystic wouldn't be ready. Ah, there we go. Finally, he punishes that delayed shoulder after the command dash. So he's definitely aware of that being something that's been going down in Will2Pac's favor.
Oh, good backdash. That was a lovely backdash there from Mystic Smash, but a good chase down from Will2Pac. Luckily, the fireball gets avoided by poison. He's trapped in the corner. Okay. It's a fast forward again.
Usage of the reversal to keep poison in the trap because he does have recovery on some of her buttons, and when she does use them and you have her in the corner, definitely take advantage. Nice.
Throw again.
And another throw. And
oh, he's dead. Oh, he didn't believe.
He's not converting on the hit. He's not believing or not. Yeah, exactly. He's not believing, so he's not looking for it.
Do you know what? I feel he should just go for the stand hard punch and cancel into the projectile anyway, but... Doing, oh my, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You can't make that.
You don't want to lose like that.
You don't want to lose like that. You definitely don't want to get down 7-3 in that kind of situation, and I do think you had a lot of time to just use with that life lead. William, W2Pac, my bro.
Did you say William W2Pac?
William W2Pac. That is his ascended nickname. His normal nickname is
Wait.
But when he's ascended, it's William W2Pac.
So he's 7-3 down, and you want to give him his ascended nickname now?
I mean, no, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to, like, you know, I'm summoning ascended
William
by
2Pac.
calling
What
William
kind of
Double
ritual
Pac.
or special anthem did you have to sing to get William 2Pac?
Singing, you have to sing changes. So
Or wait, do you have to listen to the All Eyes on Me album? Is that what you got?
Yeah,
listen to?
exactly. All Eyes on Me
reset.
album.
I
That-
see.
I told you.
See?
This is William W2Pac, ascended Will2Pac, ready to land the perfect and show us the way. Show me the way, William. Show it to me. Thank you.
I can't unhear William W2Pac. It's actually
And
so
you can't.
sick.
And you can't deny that it's true. Look at this life lead after the perfect. Are we seeing double
Nah,
perfect after
don't.
William W2Pac? Let's go.
Nah,
Let's
he's
do
not.
it.
Nah, he's
I
not doing
believe
it.
you.
Nah, it's not. It's chipped. It's good. It's chipped.
Oh,
Good.
yeah,
I
chip
don't
doesn't
care.
matter. It counts as a perfect if it's not a real hit, you know. It's a powerly perfect, but it's a perfect. And William W2Pac, you're going to do this for me. I know it. Okay, at least you're going to do the second round. Let's go.
Gonna go for some Oki. Didn't run away
Nice
this
blocking that
time.
low now. Yeah, and he's blocking low now, Jammerz. And when he has to be triggered, nice. Just get out, let the stun go down, nice. As I say that though,
He's not. Yeah, he's not committing. He's one chance in and the super. How many reversal supers has this guy done?
I like it. It's like stubbornness pays off sometimes, Jammerz. As you could see, he now has the life lead because he was stubborn. You have to be stubborn. That's the only way to beat the ascended Will2Pac. Let's go. And I need you to take this round, Will2Pac, because I know you can make this close. Let's go. This is a really great set so far.
Slowly coming back.
Nice.
Luckily gets that auto space crouching beating kick into
wanna see
buffer
one
straight
more.
to the corner.
Anti-air on that fireball. That fireball is everything. It's the zoning tool. It's an anti-air. You name it, it is there. And he's still a bit afraid of the double throw, but one more. Oh, nice. What did he do? Dash-in kick there?
Oh, he missed the cancellation into the Molotov there off the maximum max range crouching beating kick.
The slide. She like it? I don't think she likes it actually. Walk
Back
I'll ask her
again.
later. Nice, another one. Ascended Will2Pac. Let's go.
Someone's asking why is the V-Trigger, Poison's V-Trigger 2 bars only? Because I only get it once a round. I think that's fair. Oh, he might be dead! Oh no, he dashed again!
Will,
Oh
can't
man!
dash in those situations, so Mystic is too ready.
Do you know what?
Mystic is not dashable in those situations. You need to catch him really off guard. That's not off guard.
Listen. It has been 11 games. He has probably dash checked you in about 90% of them, and you're still doing it. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's rough.
We did see him get away with it earlier, Jammerz, but I think that those were really finicky situations where he got away with it. And that was not. After an activation, he will not get away with it. I think Mystic is ready. If it is on a guess, that's really impressive, but I do think there were some reactions in play right here.
For sure.
For those checks.
Poison's EX rises so fast, CA in 2 rounds. Meter building is very good in Street Fighter 5, and because of how Poison's toolset works, she is actually one of the best characters in terms of building meter. Again, you can whiff the whip, build meter. You're going to be using a lot of her moves that build. If I showed people, or you saw Poison players doing some of the optimal meter build combos, you'd be so surprised.
Throw. Another one. Yes. One more? You think we can get one more? No,
I don't
he's
think
also
he's gonna do
doubting
it.
it. The activation is there. Still doesn't believe in the throw. Thinks he has conditioned in Protect, but he hasn't.
Nah,
I think he needs to throw it more, but I know it's not easy always. Nice.
Alright, there you go. Yeah, punish.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of a Hail Mary.
Yes and
Did it
no.
work out, though?
I guess you do have to throw those moves out every once in a while, but they do like pay dividends to Will2Pac's gameplay a fair bit. But again, I think we got to give credit to Mystic spacing here. But slowly but surely, the V-Trigger 1 has been making good changes for Will2Pac's gameplay. I think he's just
definitely has.
I think he's just hanging himself in a number of situations.
I mean, from the swap, we're down 5-3, so it's definitely closer after the swap. So it looks like it can get.
Yeah, right. You see what I mean by how that's difficult to get? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you have to option select it and not really react. If he's trying to react, maybe you try to reverse it. But then you have the risk of the neutral jump instead, which would punish that. Well, there's always some answer to something that you're doing, I guess.
Oh yeah, there's an answer for everything in fighting games.
Yeah.
Just gets...
Almost
Oh,
every time,
punish,
Jammerz.
please. Oh, that was the
Nice. That was not a
weakest
good punish.
punish you have ever
Yeah.
done,
Oh, no,
Will2Pac.
punish on the reversal, but walk forward instead. Nice. Let's go.
He might do reversal super again, you know.
Yeah, and you know,
I feel he
Mystic
might
now
do
has
reversal
super again
super.
for some bizarre reason. The
No,
super's
because
there again.
Mystic doesn't use... Mystic partially uses EX moves, but he knows how to, like, kind of preserve them and save his meter for super.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think he feels he's way more threatening with super.
Yeah, definitely. Was just very, very nice of him to kind of just use that low there. As you said that, very fitting. Nice usage of the V reversal. At this point, Will2Pac doesn't have to worry about the activation, but he has to get in within 17 seconds. No V trigger, so no safe activation. How are you doing it?
Clips
Not.
the hurt box at her foot,
Yeah.
and then
9-3.
gets that round. Not looking too good.
Swap? Or is it ride or die with Lucia?
Nah, he's not swapping. He's gonna stick with Lucia.
No. Yeah.
He's gonna stick with Lucia.
Lucia.
Look, at this point, I felt he should have
he go?
gone with V-Trigger 1 from the get-go. Obviously, I think he just wanted to test the waters of V-Trigger 2, see where that goes. But again, it just shows you how incredibly lopsided I feel this matchup is for Lucia, regardless. Because if you look at how both characters have been getting their damage, and a lot of people did have this problem with Poison before. It's like, why is she just sitting there blocking for 70 seconds of the match, and then you die in 2 combos?
Yeah, it is a good question, Jammerz, but they can't all be answered in one day, these questions. Nice. Tries to check it that time, but still on the trade, so it's definitely something Will2Pac can use. But he does close the bar, Jammerz, so it's not that great. Needs to activate, get something going. Let's go.
Activates on block, that is +3, so you do respect the frame advantage there.
Nice. Throw another one? Yeah, he's seen it. Another one?
Hey,
yeah, he's seen it. Finally, one more?
Right.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
Let's go!
Is he gonna do one more? Yeah, I thought so.
Yes!
He almost did it. He almost
had it. He kind of had the shimmy too.
But now look, if he gets hit, he's done. If he actually gets hit, he's done. And even if you feint the projectile, you could get supered. You could actually get supered because of that.
And that's been the narrative, I feel, Jammerz, for a lot of this set. It's been rounds that go down to this situation. But he can activate on... No, wait. Oh, he can activate on block. He can do super on block now.
Don't jump,
Oh, he tries to, but
no,
he
that's too risky. That's way too risky. He's gonna back dash and super you.
Wait. Yeah.
This
He
is
has
tense.
23 seconds.
Both characters have their CA at the moment, and they're just literally dancing around like it's a ballet show. And there you go.
Very nice. Very nice. You needed that round, definitely, at 9-3. After those 4 brave throws, that was what we wanted to see earlier, isn't it, Jammerz?
This is something he needs to do, so he's going to have to put like all the marbles down, you know, bet the farm and everything, and Mystic Smash can be pretty much as liberal as he can be with his meter or how he plays at this point. I mean, he's done a lot of reversal supers in situations I didn't expect him to do them in, but they have been working out regardless. Right.
Yeah. Stubbornness did pay off. But yes, we will see it double again. No, we saw it, but he just mistimed the spacing and Snatch. Mystic did tech though. Could have been those reactional techs that wouldn't have come out, except for on the whiff.
Right, again, he just has to block. He's probably going to be waiting for his V-Trigger to come soon, looking for that hit from the run into the V-skill. He just needs to chip. Yeah, that's what he's looking for. Not good. And Mystic can see that as well. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Back again. So risky to walk back when that V-Trigger is ready, Jammerz.
It's not even when the V-Trigger. It's like literally the fact that she can combo off of that. Like, just in general. And at that range, he didn't even have to cancel into the Molotov there. He could have just done a light kick into the up kick. Will2Pac keeps walking backwards. And if you keep doing this, you'll just keep getting clipped. So,
I mean, backwalk is a good counter to a lot of the offense in the game, but you have to know so you can't do it all the time because of moves like that. If the character has a move like that, you need to do it more sparingly. And I do think a lot of comebacks or damage starters for Mystic Smash has been catching melee kick something after a throw or an area where he gets an activation.
Right, well, slowly but surely it is match point for Mystic Smash, but Will2Pac is trying to make it so he can play just that one game more and bring himself closer to making this a close set here. But Mystic Smash, if he gets a fat hit into Oki, he's probably won this round. Look, yeah, he's going to build super off the next hit. He'll build super and he'll probably kill Lucia. If Will2Pac gets this wrong. Oh, he's done! Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's a range thing. Don't wait. That's a range thing. Oh,
Yes, I like this. The brave triple dash into the activation. Make it count. Walk up throw.
Don't jump! I said don't jump! Ah!
No.
Go down.
But it's such a classical trap Jammers. That's it, right?
No!
The
He
trap
fell
of
for it.
Beast Molotov trap. The super Molotov trap for the win, Jammers.
Oh, no. Oh, that was so
That's the
bad
winner.
for
Mystic.
Will2Pac there, but absolute delight for Mystic Smash. He takes the set tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 10-3 exemplary performance. Again, he's showcasing to you guys why he's the best poison in the business in the European region. I gotta say, good stuff there. He managed to exploit a lot of Will2Pac's defensive habits, took a lot of throws, optimized his damage, and showcasing to you guys why poison is still strong. How about that? I mean,
I don't think you need to convince them though, Jammers. I think the people were already convinced.
I need to convince you. She's like, you know, her damage is. She needs a little bit more damage. You know, I'm not quite happy. Look,
Yeah,
like he was doing old combos. He was doing combos that would have killed last season. You don't know the new combos.
Yeah.
So I
don't
think
think
she
you
deserves a
have
little
to
bit more
learn new
damage.
combo. Yeah.
For the people
because
that
you don't
know,
have to
for the
learn
people that don't
yeah.
know those super intricate combos, I think she needs a little bit more damage. What do you think? You don't think so?
I think a flat 15% nerf would be good.
But they've increased scaling off of throws on stun. They've nerfed
Flat,
they've
50%
they've
flat.
nerfed down my
That's a
woman's
good-
damage. What do you want?
I'd like, you asked me, here is the answer, flat 15%. You know what the flat 15% is? That's 15% off everything.
What? 15% off my groceries from the grocery store. You said everything.
No, 50%. No, yeah, everything. Yeah, exactly. You can get that too. You know what? I'll pay 15% at the grocery store if you get a flat 50% nerf on poison. I would
I'm
do that.
seeing the chat just erupt, just saying nerf poison, GG's. Yeah, it was definitely some.
This chat is crazy.
Listen, it's definitely fun games, and Will2Pac and Mystic play all the time, and they did have a little bit of time to prep for this set, so it was good to see. I do respect Will2Pac for at least trying the tactical weapon V-Trigger 2. Ultimately, is it going to work long term? I don't think so. Maybe one or two players you might be able to catch out with that, but in the grand scheme of things, especially with the Intel World Open right around the corner, I'm not sure that's a good pick. I know him for his elusive playstyle and V-Trigger 1. And as Veggey
He's
said,
elusive,
swapped to the
very
V-Trigger 1, and it was slowly bringing him back into the game. Obviously, I think it was like too late, too far gone into the set, but we saw signs of life there, which was unfortunate. You couldn't bring it down to a closer set.
Jammers, you did jinx Will2Pac at some point when he was ascending, so you kind of like canceled Ascension. So had you not canceled that, we could have seen a different score, but you are a
What,
canceller of
are
Ascension.
we just going to call him Will2Pac from now on now?
Whenever he ascends, that's Will. If it's okay for
Okay.
him. I really like it.
Tell you what.
We have to respect the
Tell
man
you
himself.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
What we are going to do is we're going to take a short break, and then I'm going to
yeah,
convince
that's right.
Veggey why we will call him Will2Pac under certain circumstances. So, guys, thank you very much for enjoying this set, but don't go nowhere because I want to hear the thoughts from both these players when we come back. Esports break right about
Stick
now.
around, baby.
All right, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you very much for sticking around with us. The first to 10 has now concluded. The winner of that set was Mystic Smash. Exemplary performance showing you once again why Poison is still a very strong character in the game there. But we got the gentlemen with us in the Discord call, so we can have a post-chat, find out their thoughts about the set and things going forward with Street Fighter V. So let's bring them in. Will2Pac, Mystic, you guys can still hear me okay? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So, Veggey, I'm going to let you start off this again because Veggey had something very interesting to say in the break. So I'm going to let him open up once again and find out.
I hope everyone's been reading my sign behind here. If you haven't, check it out. It's a great sign. I made it earlier with my son's fridge toys. Never mind that. That doesn't matter. What's important is, Will, why, what's up with the V-Trigger choice at the start? Was it just a test, feeling it out, or did you have some kind of plan behind V-Trigger 2? Because I definitely saw a lot more work being done with V-Trigger 1.
Yes, I am working with V-Trigger 2 since like 2 weeks or 3 weeks because I want to know if this V-Trigger is really good. And I think this V-Trigger is good against a few characters. And I think Poison is one of them. And I wanted to try tonight, and I think I am not strong enough with this V-Trigger yet. So I play V-Trigger 1, and it was I think I picked V-Trigger 1 like 5-1 or.
You were much more threatening, much more successful with V-Trigger 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know this V-Trigger very well, but I think V-Trigger 2 is better in this matchup.
Is there any specific reason why you think V-Trigger 2 is good against Poison?
Because when I hit Poison, I have corner carry like maybe anywhere in the screen, and when I have V-Trigger 1, I can't reversal because I need my V-Trigger to come back. And but I am weak against X-Red, and I have to guess, and I don't want to reversal. So I think it's better to have V-Trigger 2, so I can build my V-Trigger with the skill 1, with combo, and when I get hit. And I think when Poison did EX-Red, I can't reversal, and I don't want to deal with this.
So you kind of want to. So it's not just the V-Trigger you're saying. You're saying that it's also the ability to get out from Mystic Smash's EX heart rate on the plus
so
one.
Overall, it's a V-meter strategy overall. Because if he does get the V-Trigger, he lands that hit, which even in the set, you were struggling to land clean hits most of the time. He does get that hit, it's going to take all the way to the corner because the tactical weapon does have a good screen carry. And if Mystic was using heart rate, he was using it a fair bit, then he stopped after a while. He V-reversal. And then, of course, he can do other things with it as well. So, yeah, I can kind of see that. But then I got to ask Mystic, now knowing that knowledge, would that make a difference? I don't think that made a difference at all.
The V-Trigger, you mean?
Yeah, the V-Trigger 2, when he was using V-Trigger 2.
With the V-reversals on your EX heart rate.
Really not too sure because I play a fair bit of Lucia myself, and I have tried experimenting with V-Trigger 2, and I just don't really think it's worth it right now because, especially since the last patch, Lucia gets Oki off of her up kicks now. So when I used V-Trigger 2 for Lucia, but when I played the character, it was more because, okay, I want Oki mid-screen, but now that she has that, I think V-Trigger 1 is just ultimately better. And yeah, obviously 3 bars of V-meter, also very useful. I just think it's a really good V-Trigger is V-Trigger 1. I don't really see much use for V-Trigger 2, Lucia.
Okay, well, I mean, look, Will's free to try out and experiment with the character. He's been using Lucia way longer than all of us combined, so only he would know best regarding that. So I can't wait to see what you come up with using V-Trigger 2 regardless. Veggey, what was the other question you wanted to ask Mystic?
No.
What? I think you should ask it. You don't want to ask it?
Yeah, no.
Are you backing down?
I'll reword it.
Please.
Let's go to you, Jammerz. What did you want to ask?
What did I want to ask?
Yeah.
All right, fair play.
Let's go.
regarding Mystic, because I think a lot of people did mention it in the chat. It's you always somehow happened to have CA on deck. What is your philosophy regarding Poison's meter usage? Is there anything specific that comes to mind? You fixate on building super regardless until the end of the round. What do you think about on building meter with Poison?
Right, yeah, so one thing to note for Poison in particular is that her meter gain is absolutely insane, right? It's like, I'll look away from my bar for like 5 seconds and I'm like, oh, I've got CA now without even realizing, because you're doing heart rate and neutral build meter, which some people don't like, but that's in the game right now, so I'm not going to complain about it. But the way I approach meter, it can be character specific, right? Because I haven't had much practice against Lucia necessarily, and I'm thinking about it now. Maybe I do want to invest more into heart rates to catch out V reversals, because her V trigger 1, I can sort of place it in a similar category to how I approach G. Like against G players, I'll always use heart rate, my EX heart rates for my bar, because I want to force out as much V reversal as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And holding on to super really won't do much when, you know, a G player pops V trigger and it's like, okay, yeah, so I have to guess now. So EX heart rate's really good for forcing out in VRs, and I noticed that Will wasn't really doing many VRs in that set, so I just thought to myself, okay, I'm not really getting much mileage in the way that I want it to go. Like, I want him to VR, he's not VRing, so I'm going to save my bar for when the last hit scenario in the game happens, which was happening a lot, like last game, last round.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I'm going to save it for super so that my last hit has a lot of meaning to it. I can just close it around like 50% health.
Well,
let's try that approach, and it started to work.
Interesting, because I don't know if you saw the episode we did with Punk and Idom, and Idom did mention one thing that Poison players aren't really doing is they're not managing their opponent's meter. They're doing it themselves because, again, it works really well, but they're not really managing their opponents. And the fact that you said, look, I'm trying to force V reversals out, trying to force X, Y, and Z out, is something that, again, if you're going to be playing Poison at the higher levels in Street Fighter 5 competitive gameplay, it's something to do. And Mystic Smash did that really well. And then he adjusted his strategy to go, well, if you're not V-reversing, I'll just save the meter for super. And then when push comes to shove, I'll activate and somehow I've managed to kill you. And all everyone ever sees in the spectators see is the super's just killed once again. So they just need a little bit of a deeper insight to that, you know?
Yeah, her meter gain is insane. Like,
But Mystic, if you were to give an advice on how to bait you to use meter as Poison, what is like the main way to force you? Is there any way, and if there is, what is the way to force you to spend bar, so that you don't always have to deal with that?
I mean, in a lot of situations, most Poison players will, you know, start their block string, end it if they have bar with EX heart rate. You can't really do much about it. I mean, from stand medium punch and stand heavy punch, it's a true string. But if I do heart rate from stand medium kick, there is a gap there. You can DP through, so that's maybe something to think about. But when it comes to baiting out meter, I'm not really too sure. I haven't thought about that much. But what I can say from watching other Poisons play is that when you sort of step into range of stand heavy punch, be expecting a cancel into EX heart rate, because that's most likely what the Poison player wants to do to start their offense. So maybe going into Poison's whip range, knowing that the EX bar is coming, they're going to use it, VRing in return, especially near the corner. VR is so important against Poison in the corner. So that's one thing I can definitely say.
Well, I mean, a game based on comebacks, people are very stubborn. We saw it with Will2Pac at times this set. People are very stubborn, they need their trigger. Like, even 2Pac said it as well, he needs his trigger at times. So it's something he doesn't want to give up a lot of the time. But it is interesting. But yeah, shifting back to 2Pac, I've always wanted to ask you this question. What matchups does Lucia actually win? That's a genuine, serious question.
Yeah. I think Lucia won against a lot of character in this game. Maybe 40%, maybe. And she have a lot of 5-5. And for me, she lose against Dalsim, not Poison, Fang. I think she lost again Gail too. And Menat, Dalsim, Fang, Gail, and I think that's all.
Not against Poison. You don't find.
You don't feel. Yeah, you don't feel she loses.
No, I think it's 5. I think this matchup is 5-5.
5-5.
Yeah.
Bro, that it looked kind of at least 6-4 area, like just the way that Poison kind of dictated. You had to do a lot of kind of
Catching up.
big takes. Yeah, big catch ups. I feel like you were not you as a player, but your character had to do a bit bigger moves, like more risk to get the same reward. But I mean, you are the Lucia player, so what can I say? There are two Poison players. Care to chime in, Jammerz and Mystic?
Look,
Your opinion?
I've never thought it's an even matchup. I've always thought Poison wins that just by, the basics of the matchup alone, right? It's very hard for you to navigate round the whip. And then then,
that's what I like about him.
look what Mystic was doing. Every time Will2Pac tried to dash, it was checked. Now that goes back to why the matchup was bad. You can't jump.
Very nice. That's
You got to block the whip, and then I'm building super. Oh yeah, please talk about it, please.
No, because obviously in that matchup, I personally think it's heavily favored towards Poison, but like maybe Will2Pac has played the matchup more than me because I only get to play the matchup against Will2Pac myself because there's no really other Lucias in Europe, so I personally think it's strongly for Poison, but like I think that because Lucia has to take a lot of risks to get in. Like for example, you were saying he was dashing in a lot. I don't even blame him for doing that because to get in on Poison's whip as Lucia, the fireball trade is very uneven for you. Jumping, very easy anti-airs, not really that good jump-ins on Lucia that can counteract Poison's anti-airs. So dashing is really all you've got, or like not random, sorry, but like the EX run into V skill and stuff. Just ways to get in that aren't very safe, and Lucia has to commit to those very heavily. So in my opinion, I do think it's hard for Lucia. But like again, Will knows the character more than me, so.
That's the thing I really like about Will, Jammerz, because Will is always so positive about his characters. He's not. That's why
he's not a negative Nancy like you.
He could never be a dancing player. He could never be a dancing player because he's too positive about his characters. So he would just leave that Discord and never join. So that would just be too much for him. So Will has always been like that, like a shining sun in a community of
and we need
often salty players because there's only one person that wins a tournament. So there's often 100, 110 salty players and one really happy. And then you have also, regardless of position, my man Will2Pac with a smile on his face. My bro.
Look, we need someone like Will2Pac in every part of the world in each respective community. But Will2Pac, another question I got for you as well. Since you do play Lucia, and I'm pretty sure you watch as many Lucia players as you can, because I know there's not many around the world or in the community.
No.
But when it comes to people playing Lucia, what are people not doing with the character that you want them to be doing more? Is there a certain tool they should be abusing? Should they be using V-Trigger 2 in particular matchups? What do you want to see Lucia players do more?
When I saw the other players play Lucia, they don't play with Fireball games. Because I heard some people say Fireball games is weak, and I am not agree with that. I think Lucia have a good Fireball game.
I agree.
But it's like Ryu, you have to. You can vogue fireball like you play Guile. You have to you have to think about before throw it. And you have to. But his fireball game is very good. So I don't see a lot of Lucia play with her fireball games. And when I push first run and I delay my shoulder with Lucia.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of Lucia do that at all too, because if you take this shoulder, it's like if you take a jump in, you have full combo, full damage, and I think the risk and reward is very good of this situation. So it is one of the tools of Lucia, of a really good tools of Lucia, and I think Lucia have some poke you can confirm some special, and I didn't see it at all. You can do a crouching medium kick, EX run, up kick. You can confirm it. It's not like if you play Karin, but you can confirm it, and you can confirm also crouching medium punch to run V skill or EX up kick or EX V skill or all the move she have.
Okay.
So it's not easy. I don't say it's easy, but you can. And if you want to play Lucia, you have to do everything you can with this character.
Fair play. I mean, I have to ask because I don't play Lucia. Veggey doesn't play Lucia, so this will help us
Definitely
understand the
does
character a bit more. And obviously, Mystic Smash is picking up, or he's been learning Lucia as well, so it could be good advice for him as well. But then I've got to shift over to Mystic. I did ask this about Idol, but now I've got to ask you this personally. In Europe, not in the world, because I asked that for Idol. In Europe, if you do look at other Poison players, what are they not doing that you feel they should be doing?
The European ones?
The European ones.
Or only the UK ones?
No, the European ones, Veggey.
Okay.
I'm including a lot more than what you want.
Well, okay, so one thing I will say is that one of Poison's main tools as a character is their anti-air game, right? And I see a lot of Poisons, like maybe in lower ranks, defaulting to crouch medium punch, right? And as I used to be that way too. I used to think, okay, crouch medium punch all day, that's my anti-air, I don't need to learn anything else. But as I've been playing throughout the months, playing against so many good players, that gets baited so easily. And as a Poison player, you need to learn your anti-air options, which, crouch medium punch, really good still, like as a last resort anti-air. Light heal and air to airs are really good as well. Jump medium punch, I think it's one of the best air to airs in the game.
Yep. I agree.
So many options that you can cover, and especially good against characters like Falk who can delay their air movements. So remember that. On the ground too, be on the lookout for dashes, because if you're playing against a really hyper-aggressive player, or if they're getting agitated playing against your character, you need to know, as a zoner player, people will get annoyed at you. People will want to dash at you and play very crazily. Be ready for that. Practice checking dashes, especially, Camis, Chuns, Urians, those dashes that are really, really good in the game. Practice, and stay solid. Don't do stand heavy punch into V skill 2 stuff, nonsense that I used to do myself when I was learning the character.
I mean, you use that debate review reversals, right?
I mean, just raw in neutral. Okay, I'm gonna.
Wait, who does that?
Stand heavy punch. I used to do it when I was starting out. I used to do it. Because I.
Well, unless you're intentionally trying to bait something, I don't know who does that, but.
You'd be surprised at what I've seen, Jammerz. Okay, so this is just stuff from my mind. So yeah, I do think character's very strong. You've got a very strong character. Just learn the tools, and I think you'll be set for sure.
All right, fair play. I mean, Veggey, you got any questions for the boys before I ask him the go-to question?
The go-to one? Yeah, I got another one, which kind of builds on what you just said, Mystic. Because in this set, you did use one time command anti-air, or maybe twice, but most of the time it was crouch medium punch. And of course it was working out, so why change it? Do you think there is a way for Will to make you focus more on the air? What would you tell him to do to make you second-guess your crouch medium punch and force you to think more into the air, which would give him an advantage again on the ground?
Yeah, so actually one thing I was thinking during the set was that Will didn't really approach on the air too much, so
that's true.
When it did happen, I was ready for it. And I was mostly ready for it, but I was focusing a lot on the ground. But what made it easier to anti-air him was the spaces in which he would jump would be pretty much just a couple training grids away, so I can very much react to it and crouch medium punch it, which is their fastest anti-air. But if I were to tell Will something, it would be jumping at ranges in which crouch medium punch isn't a reliable anti-air. And he was doing a few times. He was doing empty jump into crouch medium kick, and that would actually be a very good tool to bait out crouch medium punch. But with that, if I sort of clock on to what he's doing, I can start doing light kick heal. So it is all about just mixing up your approaches against Poison or any sort of zoner really, because this can all apply to Dalsim too, since it's the same archetype. And it's just how do you want to get in, mix it up really well so that I'm not so hyper focused on one thing. And then you have more chances of getting them, essentially. So I would say mix it up more.
Fair play.
Yeah, that's definitely something to look at. We did speak about it, earlier. That was kind of Will. He was kind of really focused on getting in through the ground. So that's something. If there's a run back, Will, you know what to do. Practice those jump ranges, maybe.
Hey, Hey, look,
Yeah.
at the highest levels, and a lot of the internationals did that the week they came down from Red Bull Kumite against Poison. They know how to exploit, the whip gameplay. They know how to exploit a crouching medium punch. You will get punished severely. I think, as Mystic said, not just Poison, against zoners in general, you do need to mix up your approach. Everyone's got a little bit of random in them. Sometimes you need to know when to bring it out. And it's like, look, when you do get in, the game substantially changes, right? So, again, Will2Pac did do the empty jump into crouch communicate a fair number of times.
Yeah.
It's just he didn't resort to it. He resorted more to, I think Lucy's dash is 17 frames. I could be wrong. 17 frames, I think it is. He's like resort to that bit more, but Mystic Smash, like we said, one of his best traits as a player is checking dashes. He was ready for it. And that already shut down one of Will2Pac's go-to approaches in some of his matchups. So that was interesting. So, I mean, you got any other questions for the guys for Arsenal? Do you want me to ask away?
I'm really interested in hearing this, the staple question.
Oh, yeah.
And hearing their kind of like thought process to their characters and to them.
All right.
The super normal one.
So we'll ask this question. So Mystic, Will2Pac, what I do on the show each and every time is I ask both our players that joined us if there was one thing you could change about Street Fighter 5. It could be anything. A mechanic, a character, you could remove Dawson from the game, you can get rid of E-Honda. If there's anything you wanted to change about Street Fighter 5, what would it be? Mystic, we'll start with you first.
Well, I would. My first thought process was remove Cammy. I don't like Cammy at all. I think the character's very flawed. But
why is she flawed?
I will say.
Why is she flawed?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's not remove Cammy. I would say, I think maybe
Why?
some
Why not?
dashes. Okay, because that's too extreme. I don't think she's that bad. I don't think she's that bad. But I will say I think dashes are a bit too strong sometimes, especially, and maybe it's just online. But dashes are very, very good, and I don't really like the idea of having 15-frame dashes, and I think that's way too quick. I don't really like that. I think it makes approach a bit too easy.
Okay.
And it's more of a like a mind game at that point, am I going to dash or not? Because you can't fully react to it all of the time. And maybe that's just me, but like I think dashes maybe frame slower or just minimum 16. Because Ken's dash, Chun-Li's dash, those are a bit crazy.
I still think 16 frame dash is a bit fast.
Definitely so.
Yeah, like I don't want to be too
I think 18 frame dashes are the right number. Mika, Poison. I'm trying to think who else has an 18 frame dash. Has Cody got one? Or is he 17?
I think Rose does too.
There you go. I think 18 is the right number. That's just me personally, though. I don't know about you guys. Veggey, do you feel 18 is the right number?
18 is a good number if the start of the dash is really animated. It's not that good if, like, Balrog is 17, they say, but it feels like it's
That feels like it's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely an animation thing as well. Like, you asked me this question when we started. I also answered, and I did say that I'd like the startup of the dash to be more telegraphed. So even so that you can see the startup, the first frame, you see some proper animation. And if you then also had 17, 18 frames, you would definitely be checking kind of like predictable dashes all the time. So that's a good. I like this from
Yeah.
I mean, look, you said slow dashes. Is there anything else? 'Cause I think you wanted to say something else, didn't you?
Veggey sort of took it away. I think some animations on dashes are also very ambiguous. The main one that comes to mind is Cammy's, because I can be looking for Cammy on the ground 24/7. I'm like, okay, Cammy's going to dash right now, and I still can't react to it because she just teleports towards you, and I don't know what to do about it. So maybe, like Veggey said, some dash animations to be reworked so they're more, visible, because sometimes it's literally just a guess because they just teleport towards you, But I really like the game in the state that it's in. I don't really have many qualms with it. It's a good game. I like playing it. I have fun.
No, it's fine. Listen, a lot of the guys that come on the show, they said literally they feel SF5's in the best state it's ever been. So, like, it's just one or two small things that they mention. Other than that, nothing substantial. I mean, Capcom have their own ideals, but it's always good to get the players on and let them have their voice in case they have one or two maybe griping concerns regarding the game. But Will2Pac, is there anything you'd change about Street Fighter 5 in its current state right now? Are you happy with the way things are?
I like Street Fighter 5 like it is, but if I have one thing to change, it's to put Viper on the game. That's all.
Yes.
You know what?
Man.
Fair play. If you can't look, you gotta ask for your favorite character, right? At least at one point. I mean, look, if she isn't in, she isn't the final character on this roster, maybe she might be in Street Fighter 6. Who knows? She could be in the starting lineup. Who knows? I don't know. Listen, sometimes you got to look, you're a very optimistic guy.
if you don't see in this game, we can look forward to the next one, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I can wait. I can wait to Street Fighter 6, but if I can either earlier, I probably will be happy to play her because Viper is too stylish, too good, too everything you want.
Oh man. I mean, look, I can understand that. Hey, listen, if you guys don't know, get to know, because C Viper is probably Will2Pac's favorite character, if not one of his most favorite
The
characters.
character, he make me like Street Fighter.
Well, there you go. Sometimes all it takes is a character's aesthetics to make you like the whole franchise, not even just a particular game.
Yeah.
It's just to like the entire franchise, right? And that's
I
exactly
think
what's happening.
if she wasn't in the Street Fighter 4, I probably never played Street Fighter. Probably.
No, that is completely understandable, and I feel a lot of people feel like that regardless of certain characters in Street Fighter 5 or even Street Fighter 4 as well. I mean, Mystic, would you have gone back to Street Fighter if Poison wasn't here?
Honestly, I'm not too sure because I always did like Dalsim, but didn't really enjoy playing him that much, which is why I did make the switch to Poison, because, you know, it's a similar archetype, but like Poison's just more fun. And if she wasn't in the game, I probably wouldn't be playing as much as I did now because she gels with my playstyle very well. So yeah, I do believe so.
All right. I mean, fair play. I mean, Veggey, would you be playing if Birdie wasn't here? Now that you're you're sunk into the game, would you be playing if Birdie wasn't here?
I was committed to playing regardless when I started up again in December 2017, coming back from the travels and everything. So I was committed. So landing back on Birdie had only to do with the Season 3 changes, which made him into a really like with punish to Oki character. That's when I really started liking him. So he's definitely my love in this game, but there are other characters I would just I could play instead and enjoy the game. It's just that Birdie is just so much extra love directed at me. It's like he's directed towards me, but I could play a character like Colleen. I would enjoy, but definitely Birdie is a big reason I really love logging in and playing. Great with punish, great anti-airs, good preemptive stuff. Yeah, very nice. I like him. Yeah. I really like him. He's nice. He's
Actually,
my bro.
Do you know what? Speaking of characters, before we let you two go, are either of you two looking forward to Oro and Akira? Let's ask Will2Pac first. Are you looking forward to any of them?
For what?
Akira or Oro. Are you looking forward to any of them?
Akira. I am really hyped by Akira. I wasn't really hyped by Oro before. Before to saw the trailer, but I want to try Oro, but for sure I'm gonna play Akira.
Okay, cool. I know Four Fields wants to play her, Will2Pac. You know, Akira does look like a Will2Pac kind of character, you know. I don't know if she's going to be like...
Aesthetically, at least.
Aesthetically,
you know,
yeah. I don't know if she's going to be as mobile as probably Will2Pac would want her to be, but I can definitely see Will2Pac in there somewhere. Look, he found a way to play KOF in Street Fighter 5. I'm sure he'll find a way to make Akira look way more silly
like
than He'll do something, right? But, Mystic, are you looking forward to any of those other characters coming up?
Yeah, Oro, I really want to play him. The showcase that was done really sold me on the character as well. He's one of my favorites, and I can't wait to get my hands on. Cool. I really do want to play Oro. I've considered picking him up, but obviously I want to see how he plays first, but I'm definitely looking forward to Oro. And I'm secretly hoping the last character is Elena, because I love Elena. So
No. What did you say?
Yes, I want Elena in the game.
I was not expecting that. Wow.
I hope V-Trigger is healing, and I'll have a good time.
Damn, this guy
That was my
actually,
favorite character in SF4.
This guy
You want to delete Camille, but you want Elena.
Right. Do you know what? Would you substitute Camille for Elena if you could?
Yes, I would main Elena.
I don't know. I think this guy's trolling at this point. I think it's just to get everyone angry.
No, Elena's really cool.
I think Makoto deserves to be in Street Fighter 5 because she's designed to be in Street Fighter 5.
Do you know what? Hey, listen, that's the first time that's the first time Will has reacted like that all night. Listen, if he's reacted like that, then Makoto can't come back.
Got rustled from that one.
Makoto? You don't like Makoto, Will?
No, I like Makoto, but we have already Laura, G, Mika, a character like that, so I think we don't need Makoto.
But you want Viper?
Yeah, because Viper is, you know, it's a fair character. It's
Beautiful
fun
character.
to play. Yes, footsies are godlike with Viper. You know, everything.
This
trolling.
conversation is getting out of hand now. I can't.
Yeah,
I-
it is. Cut the
I
stream,
have a
man.
request. If Viper does get out of the game, side smoke cannot be a low.
Okay,
I
no,
don't-
okay.
I
That's, that's
Side smoke cannot be a low.
I don't care. I'm a wool player. I don't care.
Yeah. That was my
yes,
biggest
yeah.
gripe with her in 4, that you couldn't play the neutral game because you always had to crouch block.
Yeah.
That's a that if they did that, I think she could be really fun to fight against actually.
you think everyone's fun to fight against except Dalsim. So I actually don't trust your opinion.
And Menat and Poison.
So
Where is the fun to play against Dalsim?
Oh, good question. Mystic, you go first.
do I like playing against Dalston? Yeah, I do
No,
actually.
no, you
No,
don't.
he asked what the fun part is. Yeah.
Oh, what the please. Sorry, say that again.
No fun.
Do you find it fun to fight Dalsim?
Yes, I do actually. Yeah.
And I said no, you don't.
I actually playing against Crimson Broski, like that. It's actually a very fun matchup. I do believe that, because you have to be patient. Like you're the aggressor in that matchup, and you have to be patient. You have to whiff punish. You have to edge your way in. I'm fine with that. It's a cool matchup to me.
Okay.
Maybe because I appreciate zoners, don't I? So I don't mind it.
He wants Elaine to come back in the game, and he enjoys fighting Dalsim. All right, we're going to cut the stream here. I think I've heard enough. But, no, obviously on a serious note, Veggey, is there anything else you want to ask the boys before we let these guys go?
We heard from Will about the Intel thing, but there is also UK only Intel thing. So
Oh, yeah,
are
that's
you ready
right,
for
that's
that,
right.
Mystic? Are you like hyped for it or nervous? What are you
Yeah,
feeling?
I've registered for it, and it's next week, right?
It's this
During
week. It's Friday.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
this
starts
week? Oh,
some starts
goodness.
tomorrow. Some of them starts
Do you know
tomorrow.
what?
Oh, wow.
I should have kept my mouth closed and got you DQ'd.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I have registered for them, and I'll be ready for them. Like, yeah,
Nice.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
Nice. I think you have a good shot at making it to the finals if you just keep composed, because as I said to Jammerz earlier, both players today are realistic players, and I didn't know about you until like half a year ago, Mystic, but you're definitely up there right now. So just keep that confidence and just play for yourself, and I think you could do really well. And the same goes for you, Will. If you just keep that positive energy, I have real good
And
thoughts on
pick
both of you.
V-Trigger 1.
Yeah,
you.
do, definitely. V-Trigger 1. Both of you. I've seen you with that V-Trigger, the other V-Trigger, Mystic, the Commander one.
That's fun.
Ah.
Just pick the V-Trigger that pays the bills. Trust me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's literally all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you know what, gentlemen? We're just about out of time. So once again, thank you very much.
Before leaving,
Oh, please, go
I
for it.
want to say thank you to you, Jammerz and Veggey, for commentary. Your good goal attitude. You are fun, guys, and I love you too. You know
we
me.
love you.
And thank you to invite me to participate to the sets tonight. I want to say thank you to my friend Mystic Smash. So you play very well, buddy. And I always learn a lot when I play against you. You know me, and anytime we play, we improve a lot each other. So I am happy to the set of tonight, and that's all. And thank you to the staff in the background of the stream.
Yay! See, we got one
Thank
nice
you.
person in the FGC that says thank
Nice.
you. I see. That's
Will2Pac
why. That's
is
why we
awesome.
love Will2Pac. He said
Yeah,
thank
I
you for
told you.
taking
He's a
time out of
sunshine.
your day.
Awesome guy.
That's brilliant. I love it. And every time he plays, he learns
Awesome.
something new. That's great. That's what we want at the FGC
But
here.
next time I kick your ass.
All right, the run back has
He
been
will, he
right.
will,
It's
he
been
will,
right.
he will,
That's
he
been
will.
locked in. It's been settled.
will.
He said next time it's gonna happen. Will2Pac, I'm gonna hold you to that. There's gonna be no Viper. You're gonna have to pick V-Trigger 1. You know, and if you go back on your word, because Mystic went back on his word the other day, so if you go back on your word, I'm gonna be the first person you're gonna hear it from, and you're not gonna hear it till the end of time. Believe that. But right, that is going to be about it. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for taking part. Obviously, Richard put their graphics once again on the screen so these guys know where to follow them. They do have Twitter accounts. They do stream as well. I know, obviously, Will2Pac recently got Twitch partnership. Mystic Smash should actually get off his lazy butt and start streaming, so I don't have to do it anymore.
I will,
I'm being
I will.
lazy.
I'd watch.
But again, more people should be
It'll
following
be
him.
active again.
It should be, because again, I think more people want to look at the best poison in Europe. So you need to turn on that. Look, if your Twitch game was as good as your meme game on Twitter, then you'd get more people looking at you. So it's definitely something you want to work on. But make sure you check out these guys in their respective Intel World Open brackets, because that will be happening this week. And yeah, I think that's about all that we got time for. So gentlemen, we got to love you and leave you, because I got a show to close out. But I'm sure I'll see the pair of you online practicing. So I'll talk to you soon. And make sure you guys stay safe and keep on playing some Street Fighter.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. That was a great set, guys.
Cool.
Thank
Right.
you.
Let us close this out. So overall, Veggey, what did you think? Poison versus Lucia. I think it's rough for Lucia.
Yeah, it looked like he had to overextend. But if they do run back, we might get to see the correct V trigger the entire set.
I think he might pick a different character.
It might go. Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Right.
I like the set. It looked rough for Lucia, but it looked like a set you could win in the first two, but harder to win the longer it goes on. Definitely. There's a lot of matchups, but that we can talk about another time. A lot of matchups that become rough only in long sets when you kind of like download the rhythm.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen him like obviously take some first to twos, first to threes, but as Veggey said, to reiterate, first to 10, I like a lot of these tactics, they don't work long term. But I do feel the game was designed. Obviously, they said it was esports in mind, but I just felt it was tournament like nature in mind. First to twos and the first to threes. Then we started doing more exhibitions and more sets, and it's like, yeah, this match doesn't look good long term.
Yeah.
But for the majority of our time playing Street Fighter 5, it's just been first to two. So, Lucia could nick it at first to two. But we'll see. Hey, that's going to be interesting stuff. I can't wait to see how those guys develop and get on with the next couple of tournaments coming up. Because, again, they got their respective CPTs coming up soon. And, obviously, the Intel World Open happening this week there. But, again, we got to do the usual stuff. Let's advertise some stuff. Richard, can we get the Salt Mine League ad so these guys know? There wasn't any Salt Mine League sets today, but they should be happening. Something should be happening on the Friday, maybe the Sunday as well, because Intel World Open is like basically starting up from tomorrow. I'm not sure how many online weeklies are going to be as active as they were before, because 2021 is changing very rapidly. Things are changing around the clock. But this is their usual schedule, Salt Mine League. The Monday with the Salt Mine sets. Friday, they have King of the Salt Mine, which Hurricane remains as their champion. And the Salt Mine League EU Open bracket with an invitational tournament at the end, which Problem X has won the last two. But make sure you follow Salt Mine League on their Twitter and their Twitch to keep up to date regarding what's going to happen with their schedule there. Do we have this week's Wanted, Richard? Yes, we do! Our Red Bull Kumite 2021 champion. He is the 11-time reigning champ there. He's going to be going up against Solomon from Scotland. He's got an amazing Zeku. He might be able to take him down, who knows, but Will2Pac, you're going to be seeing more of Will2Pac this week on the Wednesday. Going up against Nasty Nas, Boxer versus Lucia. I think that is a torrid matchup for Lucia. Let's see if Nasty Nas can live up to that. And the undercard is going to be China the Second, another Scottish player, going up against Dr. Gulag. I haven't actually seen him play in a little while, so it's going to be pretty interesting.
I'm interested in seeing Dr. Gulag as an undercard, because he is at least, I think he's had top 8 CPTs and stuff. So yeah, I would think he would already be in the qualifying match scenario, but I'm sure he'll get there.
Maybe.
Soon enough.
It's probably something we'll have to ask
Great
Damascus.
players,
But make sure you follow Damascus on twitch.tv/ZDamascus, and you want more information on when these things are going to go live, make sure you follow at ZDamascus on Twitter there. And then one more time, for the people at the back, I want you to tell your cat, your dog, your grandma, your next door neighbor, sign up for the Intel World Open, because registration closes tonight, as far as I'm aware.
Nice.
And the tournaments will be kicking off from tomorrow, and there's going to be things going thick and fast, round the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, non-stop Street Fighter 5 action. It will be at the open qualifiers that will be happening first online, so make sure you read the rules and check out your respective regions. The information is down and further on that website, that link you can see there, so make sure you get signed up if you haven't done already. What have you got to lose? Especially if you're picking Rashid. I think you should do it. And then next week, oh Lord, have mercy on our souls. Chris Tatarian, he has been actually a huge help to the show behind the scenes, getting players sorted for us on sets every Monday. So shout outs to Chris Tatarian for that. But now, he's going to bring the skills to the table in a first 10 exhibition, going up against Luigi. And I heard this guy is absolutely amazing, places really high in Wednesday night fights, and overall a nice guy. I've heard this guy's a really cool dude. I like his hair. I'm jealous of his hair, actually. So I might need to ask him to give me some advice how to grow my hair like that. But make sure you check out next week, Monday, which is going to be Chris Tatarian going up against Luigi. Ken versus Guile. I think I might see a Ken v Trigger 2 and a newly buffed Heavy DP. So this is going to be an interesting matchup to check out next week. So make sure you don't miss it there. And I believe that might be it from us tonight there. So great set tonight. Lovely, once again, lovely people we had on there. Thanks again for Will2Pac and Mystic Smash for coming on. Mystic 2Pac. Mystic Smash won by a landslide.
Is that the double ascension?
That might be the double ascension. The quadruple ascension there. I get my tongue tied, but words mixed up there. But yeah, Mystic Smash won by a landslide. I still think that matchup is heavily in Poison's favor. And obviously keep on trucking and keep on Street Fighter and staying safe. But Veggey, the floor is yours. What do you want to say this week?
You know, when you first start something, backing down is what you can't do. So I'd like to tell you.
You did that.
I don't back down.
You did.
Never
You did.
Oh, you mean on the question?
You did. You did.
Yeah.
You did. Don't listen to
That question was not really insightful anyway. So it's like I assessed the situation and I realized that was not a very insightful question. Let Jammerz have the floor with insight instead, while I shamefully look down into the floor, which you just got from me. And I would like to say that I am your favorite Brit, and as I have proven, or I haven't proven, but others have proven, my words, Dulcim, still great. Top 5, that's my opinion. Can't change it. Facts don't care about feelings, you know.
I don't know if you're ever going to come with something new.
No, because as I said, you can't back down. Once you've done it, you gotta just stick with it.
All right.
It's a
I'm not.
stample of a
Listen,
man.
when things
Stample
open up
of a man.
and we can travel again,
Staple,
remind me not to go to the tables with you, because actually, I know not to go to the tables with Phenom because he lost 900 on red. Then I'm definitely not going to the tables with you. All right, we're gonna close it off there. And make sure you follow Capcom Fighters on their social media platforms.
Should I go to tables with you?
No. Don't. You don't want to do that because I don't want to gamble with anybody else. But make sure you follow me at HC Jammerz and Veggey at Veggey Street Fighter there. And guys, we got to love you and leave you. Great set from the gentleman tonight. But I got to tell you, Poison is still strong. And I think where you messed up was you gave one of the best characters in the game a whip. Hey.
Yeah. And okay, in this too.
A whip and a cartwheel. What can I say?
You know, Jammerz, you don't have to convince us. We already knew Poison was already good. It's still good.
No, man, I don't think she's good.
You might need convincing, but you don't need to convince us. As you could see in the chat, we were already convinced.
I'm deluded. I'm deluded. All right, guys, we got to love you and leave you. So we're going to see you next week. Take care and make sure you stay safe.